It's making me realize everything we've been through makes us strong enough. You and I, everything we've been through makes us strong enough. You and I, you and I.
Oh,
We're muted.
wow.
Hi, guys. It's Glitch Fade, Spire, and Cookie Cat. RFDL. Hello, everyone. NA production to start off the day.
Man, you
NA
off
production.
the ball today. What happened?
We don't talk about it. All you need
We
to
are
know is
talking about it.
It's been a long week. I've been ready to cast RFDL all weekend, and here we are, getting ready for our first day. But how are you guys doing?
I am feeling hyped. Let's get this going, Fade. It's good to be back, and I mean, is there any other way to start off an RFDL stream other than with some good old-fashioned NA production. It's great to be here. Great to be back, Fade.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, I have to agree, Cookie. It has been an excellent day so far, and I bet you're still tired, so we'll just allow you to wake up a little bit. But we had some very interesting games last week. Obviously, we talked about those on the podcast, and we got some really interesting games coming up for this week. So very excited to share all of that with you guys. I believe we actually have. Do we have the right?
That's
one
last
for
week's.
this week? Yeah, that's last week's. They can't see it yet, so luckily for me, I can post the right schedule so we can show everybody what we're doing today. As you can see on the schedule right here, we've got some intriguing matchups coming up this week. We're going to be starting off with LumiMawcity VS Purrsion 1, followed up by OwOptic Gaming versus Protogen Rebellion, and we're going to be ending the day today with Dignipaws versus Black Bunny Gaming. And for tomorrow, we've got Paws versus Twisted Tails, Cloud9 versus X3 Tactics, and at the end, our featured matchup, Fox Clan versus VDS. Gonna be a very interesting weekend, guys.
I mean, I'm especially excited. We have some great matchups this week, and I mean, we get to start off with a really good one, Fade. I mean, the red-hot LumiMawcity going up against Purrsion 1, who's been a bit unlucky the past 2 weeks. We'll need to see if they're able to recover.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Yeah, I'm excited for these teams, honestly. Get cut.
Yeah, I'm very excited too. Let's take a look at the leaderboard real quick and see where all of these guys are actually at to start off the day. Obviously, at the end of week 4, X3 Tactics leads everybody with that 4-0 record. They're going to try to move that to 5-0 on the week. And that would be great for them if they do that. Fox Clan going to be taking second place right now. The only team that is 3-1. We'll have to see if any teams join them up in that 3 wins this week. Obviously, a lot of teams are going to probably do that. And then we've got a huge tie for third place right now. The only thing determining where these teams are is mainly game differential and goal differential. But you can see LumiMawcity, Purrsion 1, OwOptic, and Dignipaws going to round out the top 6 there. And Black Bunny, Paws, Cloud9, BDS, Protogen Rebellion, and Twisted Tails will round out the bottom half of the leaderboard. Very interesting placement for a lot of these teams. This week is going to mean a lot on where these teams start heading into mid-season tournament, as we're starting to get into the halfway point of this first half of the league.
Oh.
Yep.
I mean, we're getting really close to that first half of or the midpoint of the first half of the season before mid-season. So, I mean, this is going to be the point in the season where we really start to see things take shape. We're going to see where these teams are going to end up for that mid-season. And I mean, we need to see if anybody's able to stand out within the next few weeks to maybe really make a big run and change their position, move up on that leaderboard. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing, because I'm sure one of these teams are going to do it, and I couldn't be more excited to see which team is going to be the one to step up and just really rise to the occasion and take one of those top spots for mid-season.
I have to agree. Cookie, what are you thinking? What do you expect to see this this week in terms of which teams are going to step up?
Honestly, I'm hearing a lot of hate against this Purrsion 1 team, thinking that they not gonna win this day. But honestly, y'all sleeping.
You're expecting your team to pop off for sure. I mean,
of course.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if you came in here with a different attitude. If you came in here saying Purrsion 1 was gonna lose, I'd be like, are you a fit manager for the team? But of course you are.
I mean, I could
but
be reverse psychology. It could be.
I never thought about that.
I
Never thought
could
of-
I could be double reverse psychology. Could be triple reverse psychology.
You never know with Cookie Cat. But with that being said, we are gonna go ahead and get into our talk about our first match of the week. We don't have any top 5 clips from last week right now, unfortunately. We might have some tomorrow though, so be on the lookout for that. And obviously, as you can see, the desk is a little bit different today. We are not going to be having Arilex or Daki with us today, as they have some previous engagements that they are going to be dealing with after their matches. So I hope they have fun doing their stuff for the day. But it's going to be me, Fire, and Cookie with you all afternoon long. And with that being said, let's go ahead and start talking about our first match of the day. It's going to be LumiMawcity versus Purrsion 1. So, Cookie, you have a bit of a stake in this match. And as you were saying, you expect your team to pop off.
Yeah, we've been working through some issues. We got through some of it. We didn't really get a good base run of how things were gonna go because we had a down player. So it was like it is what it is. We're still trying to see what it is. I saw them playing earlier today when I hopped over and checked up on them. They seemed like they were obviously tired, but they were warming up. So we'll see how they do. We got a little bit mixed up, so they might be a little bit rough for the first half of the matches, but I'm hoping for a stellar comeback for these guys.
Well, we'll have to see. Let's go ahead and talk about the teams moving into this one. Let's talk about LumiMawcity. They are going to be bringing in a sub today. So unexpected for them, we are going to be seeing Not Joe replacing Avid for the day. Along with Arilex and Levi, and Arilex is showing up quite a lot on those accolade boards, as you can see, so we're expecting a big performance from him to keep this team in check.
Arilex, I believe, is the player that's in the top 5 for the most amount of categories, which is amazing to see out of a GC3 player. It shows he's not just showing up in one way for his team, but he's doing a little bit of everything, which I think speaks to how well-rounded of a player he is. I mean, and then if he can download 3's rotations on his Intel Atom processor, that's going to be kind of scary to see. So let's hope he's not able to do that quite yet, because that would be too scary for me. But yeah, they have a great roster. Having scrimmed them earlier this week, even with Not Joe instead of Avid, and they're still a formidable team, and they're going to be tough to beat for any team, and Purrsion 1's going to have their paws full this week.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking that processor might not be as up to date as we think. It might be a little bit behind, considering that he just popped off with Avid. And I'm assuming that team's going to be at the point where they're going to expect them to be at the same level. With Not Joe being there, it might upset things a little bit, but we might see both teams struggle for a little bit to get their, paws on the ground ready. But once they click together, we should see some great matches between both of the teams.
Yeah, I have to agree. I do think that, it's going to be a little bit of a little bit rougher. Obviously, the week 4 MVP in Avid not going to be able to participate today, so we're going to have to see how Levi and Arilex fit their rotations around Not Joe. We know Not Joe is a very good player who played on OwOptic previously, and they're very attack aggressive, so I think that it's still going to work out the same for LumiMawcity's rotation. We're just going to have to see if they can hold it together against Purrsion 1. But let's go ahead and talk about them. Purrsion 1 coming in also with a sub today. Golden not going to be here for the second week in a row. Instead, it is going to be Sam. So something that we were expecting to see at the beginning of league play. We're going to be seeing that Drake and Sam combo that we saw so much during the Combine finally show up in a league game. What do you guys think? Do you think that they're going to be able to replicate their performances from the Combine being on the same team here?
So, if I remember correctly, Drake and Sam have played together before. They were on, I believe, a school team together in the past. So that should help out their rotations. It should help really ease Sam into those rotations and make things a bit more natural for that team. I think the hardest, the most difficult thing that's going to happen for that team is going to be to see how Hayes is able to adapt to those rotations, because who knows if they're going to be the same as what he's used to, because Sam is a much more aggressive player than Golden. So, I mean, we'll just need to see how Hayes is able to adapt, and we'll go from there. But yeah, going up against a formidable opponent plus having a sub, they have their hands full, but if there is a team that can do it, it's Purrsion 1. So we'll need to see.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Cookie, I know that you said that you guys have been recently working through some issues, one of which was broken hardware for Hayes. Now that that has been rectified, do you expect to see more of a performance coming out from them in particular?
Well, from what I've been able to see from them just playing solo, I'm thinking that they can make a comeback on the way that they've been playing. The mental game we're still trying to work on. It's been a thing that has been plaguing us since the scrims and stuff. It's very hard to get them out of it. But with that hardware issue now being fixed, I'm hoping that Hayes can perform better in terms of what the other two players are looking for, like Drake and Sam. I'm hoping that he can fit that role to where they expect it to be and are used to it being, instead of it being like a slip into an area where they're not used to, where it, crumbles down that rotation. So big hopes that we have the issue fixed, but no promises on it actually being a true fix.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see exactly what they have for us. And we are waiting for everybody to get into the lobby, but we will be starting soon enough. But with that being said, Fire, I believe you have our predictions for the week. And along with that, Cookie Cat actually did some predictions on the podcast this last Wednesday as well. So would you like to inform us all of what we actually predicted here?
Okay, so out of our casters, naturally Airlex wasn't allowed to choose for that one, but both me and you, Fade, said LumiMawcity in 4, Docky says LumiMawcity in 5, but Cookie, being the lone Purrsion 1 advocate, saying Purrsion 1 will take it in 5. So we'll need to see how it works out, but it'll definitely be an interesting one.
Y'all know how I am. I gotta go with my boys. I mean, I am a manager of the team. If I just go against them, it just looks bad. I gotta root for my boys.
Right.
But see, here's the thing. If you would have chosen LumiMawcity, it might have resulted in the caster curse, as we all know and love. Whenever there's a full sweep, there's always a chance that that is the curse for the team that the casters choose. So, I mean, might that have been the strat? Who knows?
I'm not sure,
but I'm an advocate for even it being a 4-1 sweep, Like, I'm not saying the games, I'm saying more of like the caster. I'm saying there's still a little bit of a caster curse. Might not be as strong, but I think it is there. It's just you have to look deeper into what the actual game is, and then maybe we'll actually see some of that caster curse come out. It's just not quite as strong as it should be with the 5-0 sweep.
Yeah, have to agree. I think that this match is going to be really good either way. I think that all these players are going to be able to show off. And the good thing for them is that there's not any EU players playing right now, so the entire match will be on central servers. So hopefully they'll all be able to play at the height of their potential on those sort of servers, which will be nice, since the lag will not be a big factor to contribute. But let's talk about the chat and what they predicted here as we get ready for this match. LumiMawcity getting 84% of the vote against Purrsion 1's 16%. Cookie, do you have anything to say to chat and their lack of faith?
All my non-Purrsion 1 fans, I know y'all love LumiMawcity. I know y'all love Arrow. And I know y'all love Levi. But y'all not trusting my duo that have been here from the start. I think they will cook. Y'all are just not expecting it. Maybe it would be true. Maybe it won't be true. Who knows? We haven't even gotten that result yet. But I still have some faith in my team because I know how they gonna play. I trust that they gonna play the way that they should. I know they gonna have fun. None of y'all trust that.
Well, with that, guys, we are ready for our first match of the day. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get it started. We're going to see if Cookie Cat is right. But we got LumiMawcity versus Purrsion 1 to start off our weekend. And we're just going to have to see, can LumiMawcity prove all the chat right? Or can Cookie and Purrsion 1 prove the doubters wrong? Let's find out right now as everybody gets into the lobby and we get going.
I mean,
Go ahead.
opening kickoff. I mean, it seems to be going in Purrsion 1's favor early on, but I mean, LumiMawcity is trying to clear it out, unable to do so. Purrsion 1 is getting some really good pressure early on, and I mean, I think that's going to be their game plan going into this series, is just try to out-pressure that LumiMawcity team, because we've seen how fierce they can be whenever they are allowed to have an extended series of pressure. So, I mean, as we get into this game, it's seemed to be a little bit Purrsion 1 pressure heavy, but LumiMawcity is getting a bit of an attack going. So, I mean, I think we're seeing a glimpse into both teams' strategy going into it as Airlax strikes one home. I mean, really good shot by Airlax there, and I mean, that's what he does.
Yeah, that's what we know and love from LumiMawcity, and I see what you guys are saying. The overlay having a little bit of technical difficulties right now. We are getting that rectified, and it will be up here shortly. But don't you guys worry about that. We're going to keep on going as LumiMawcity going to have to fight off some offensive pressure from Purrsion 1 real quick. Able to do so. But the ball still remains on their side. Airlax is going to have to clear this one. And what are you looking for from Purrsion 1 to come back early in this series?
I'm going to be looking at Drake and Sam, seeing if they can get that synergy going, seeing if they're able to really get some good passing plays to each other to try to get around that LumiMawcity defense, which is a formidable defense, definitely one of the better ones in the league, especially when Airlax is on that back line. So we see Sam hitting it up to Hayes, actually. Hayes unable to get the touch off the backboard, but Sam getting a follow-up shot. Drake trying to put it home, but Nacho is there for the save. Nacho is going to try to control this one out of his half, able to get the air dribble, passing it down to Levi, and Levi puts that one home to put LumiMawcity up by 2.
That's an excellent shot from Levi. Just a lot of open space there, and the pass going straight over to him. Definitely going to be the way that they want to start this off. And we're going to have to see what Purrsion 1 can do here if they want to come back. It's going to be a tough road for them. But if anybody can do it, it is going to be this Purrsion 1 squad. They've been showing up not as strong as they were in the first couple of weeks, but they are still a very tough competitor to go against. And now Sam and Drake going to try and find a combo here. Sam gets it downfield, but Airlax will be in position to put that off to the side. Now Airlax going up for that, but Nacho going to cut them off. Nacho going to be able to take this over through the side. Drake with the 50, but it's going to be bouncing back towards their own net. Hayes for the clear. And they keep a goal out of LumiMawcity's hands, but it might be another chance. Drake getting an excellent save against Nacho, but Airlax will be there once again to put a third goal in.
I mean, we might have maybe been expecting a little bit of a fallback from LumiMawcity changing from Avid over to Nacho, but look at this. They seem to just not even skipped a beat. I mean, you trade one week's MVP for another one, and I mean, they're just on fire right now as we see them get another clear into that Purrsion 1 half. And I mean, it seems that they're just getting shot after shot on net as they put another one on, but a great save from that Purrsion 1 defense. We see Levi trying to control it in his own corner, is kind of bouncing it off the sidewall there. Levi going for the dunk, is able to bump Purrsion 1 out, as once again, LumiMawcity clearing it to the opposing side of the field. Arilax is going to have a pinch opportunity on wall, ends up not getting the pinch he wants though. Sam is going to clear it to the side, and that might be the relief of pressure that Purrsion 1 needs.
Gonna need a little bit more of than a relief of pressure here, as they are 3 goals down, and they need to figure out a way to get past this defensive line, which honestly is less of a defensive line in the third of the field, but more of midfield pressure that they seem to be getting a lot more control of. They're gonna have to figure out how to get past these other players to be able to actually put some shots on net and then go from there. But with a minute 10 left, it seems like this first game is all but over. LumiMawcity seem to be in the driver's seat. We're going to have to see if Purrsion 1 can do anything right here to try and rectify that, as the shot not able to come through for them. No boost in the tanks, but Sam finally gets an opening on net. Unfortunately for them, can't quite get it, but Hayes starts to put on some more pressure, and we're starting to see Purrsion 1 ramp up.
Yeah, Purrsion 1's going to want to keep this momentum going into the next game, where they're just pressuring LumiMawcity and able to keep control of the ball, getting all these shots on net. And if they keep chipping away like this and carry that into next game, they should be able to take a game off of LumiMawcity in game 2. But we see Hayes get a 50 with Levi, was probably wanting a little bit more there, unable to get it over him though. Sam gets demoed. Not Joe going for another, unable to get to the ball on time though. Arilax is going to try to put a shot on net. Unable to do so though. That's going to leave Purrsion 1 with a last second opportunity. Purrsion 1 trying to pass it to the middle. Sam going up with no boost, unable to get a touch on the ball though. Nacho is going to clear it forward, and Levi is going to try to give him one for the road. Unable to do so though. LumiMawcity takes game 1.
And that's a great showing from LumiMawcity, showing that even though they have a sub coming in last second for them, they're not going to slow down. And honestly, I think that has a lot to do with the fact that they are also scrimming with Joe on the side for some of these. So they are prepared for these sort of things to happen. Very exciting to see how they're doing on that. And I hope to see that they continue on with that. But Purrsion 1 looking a little shaky, as Cookie Cat did say earlier. That is kind of expected. But we'll have to see how they bounce back in game number 2, as we'll show the replays from this first game. Not a lot of them to be seen, but you can see LumiMawcity mainly popping off.
Yeah, LumiMawcity definitely popped off that game, but the thing that I like to see from Purrsion 1 is they were able to get that really extended series of pressure towards the end of that game. And if they're able to do that more, they're definitely going to be able to chip away at this LumiMawcity defense. But ultimately, they're going to need to put those home after those extended series of pressure. So, I mean, desirably, we want to see them be able to put that away, but if they keep doing that, it's inevitable that they will. So I'm looking to see a lot more of that style of play from Purrsion 1, and we'll need to see if they're able to carry that into game 2.
And we're about to get straight into this game number 2. And we'll see what Purrsion 1 can bring to the table. However, a quick shot by Arilax. Hayes isn't going to be there, but a bump from Purrsion 1 on their own team actually saves the shot opportunity that was going to come out. And quickly enough, Purrsion 1 keep it out of their net and look for a counterattack. Hayes going to go off the back wall, and Drake will be there to follow. Sam looking for the shot. It's on target, but Arilax will put that over to the side. And we start off with a lot of attacking opportunity for both teams in the first 30 seconds here, but no goal to come from it.
I mean, this game, I feel like, is going to be determined by who strikes first, who's able to put it in the back of the net first, because if Purrsion 1 is able to do that, that can stifle the momentum that LumiMawcity built up in game 1. But we're going to see LumiMawcity try to get some offensive pressure here, and they're going to be able to do it. And, I mean, no shot on net yet, but it's kind of just bouncing around in this Persian 1 corner. It's going to fall middle. Joe trying to take a shot. It's going to be blocked by Hayes. Sam is going to try to clear this out on low boost, and I think that's the 3rd or 4th time I've seen him try to do that. He's going to want to conserve boost a bit better, but Drake is going to put a double tap home with a fantastic shot, which is going to put Persian 1 up by 1.
And that's exactly what we've been wanting to see from Drake. We know he has the ability to hit those double taps from almost anywhere on the field. We've just been waiting for him to actually be able to get one into the back of the net. And LumiMawcity gave him the perfect opportunity with a wide open shot, easy enough to put away for him. He's going to be up to try and save this one. Aerolax now getting a dunk, and he's going to tie this one up really quickly.
Aerolax, as much as we know him for those more flashy plays, those flip resets, all those double taps that he can hit, he's also just so good. Getting a nice 50 there to put it past the defense, which, I mean, you can't ask of anything more there. It ends up in the back of the net. So well played by Aerolax to put that one in the net and tie the game up early once again. 3:30 left in the game, and Persian 1's getting some pressure, unable to put that one home instantaneously, though. Sam, going off the ceiling, unable to get a pass middle that falls to his teammates. Drake is lingering around, is going to opt to go back down to the ground after considering going up for it. Hayes trying to get a dunk of his own, unable to get it, though. And, I mean, LumiMawcity is just going to clear it back to the Persian 1 half once again. Levi trying to pass it middle. Not Joe is not going to be there for that. And that's going to be an open net for Hayes. And Hayes is going to score that 10 out of 10 times.
And Hayes finding a really good opportunity there. A little bit of a overcommit, I believe, from LumiMawcity over on that side. You can see 2 of the players there that Hayes beat, and Airlax just can't get back to it in time. But we're seeing some overcommits come out from both teams. You could see previously, right before that shot came out, that Drake and Sam went up for the same shot on the ball, which would have left an open net opportunity for LumiMawcity. So it almost went the same way, the other way around. But luckily for Persian 1, they were able to get back in time and rectify that mistake. Now Levi trying to rectify their mistake and goes up for a shot, trying to get the tying goal. Not able to do it, and Sam is going to just try and control this corner, bumping out Not Joe, but Not Joe will be able to get back to that ball in time. Gets past 2, and Drake trying to scramble back here. Low boost on the side of both teams, honestly, as both of them need to reset the rotations and get back into it. A great 50 from Not Joe is going to send this over to the Persian 1 corner, and Drake going to have to control it from there.
I mean, they're kind of flip-flopping possession in this game so far, and neither of them are really being able to establish any sort of pressure right now, just kind of going back and forth, and we'll need to see who's able to get that extended series of pressure earlier, as the LumiMawcity is going to get a good counterattack, and the little passing play off a back wall is going to allow Aerolax to put that one home.
And that's just a really great play from Nacho, seeing that opportunity to just bounce it off the wall instead of going for the shot. Gets that demo as well. Makes it very easy for LumiMawcity to get that tying goal. Now, Persian 1 going to be on a bit of the back foot again. We're going to have to see if they can keep this tie going to an OT, or if they can score one, as they have done a couple of times this game. And they might have an opportunity as this goes towards the net. Not Joe missing. Sam with the straight shot. And that's going to be a 3rd goal for Persian 1.
I mean, if that one was on target, Aerolax might have been there for that, but since it bounces off a back wall, that just makes it much more difficult for that LumiMawcity defense to keep the ball out of the net. And we've seen a little bit of awkward rotations from them this game in that back half, so we'll need to see if they're able to recover the same calm and collectedness that they had in the first game of this series. But I mean, we have Drake coming off a sidewall. He's going to get the reset. He's going to go for 2, unable to control that second reset. As Not Joe trying to get it past their defense, and he's able to pass it down. Levi is in the perfect position to put that home, and what a great pass from Not Joe.
Yeah, that was absolutely amazing. You see 2 of Persian 1 going up for this one again, and Nacho just gets the perfect touch back a little bit for the perfect shot on an open net. And once again, LumiMawcity tying it up, and they might have another opportunity here. Aerolax's shot is going to be wide, and Sam will be able to get back to this ball in time. Now Hayes down the midfield, but Levi's going to be the first one waiting. They're going to have to try and pick up some boost in midfield. Sam now taking possession of this ball, a long clear over to the corner, and a minute left. Rains out. Now another shot opportunity, but Hayes can't quite catch up to the ball in time and gonna have to leave this one for Drake. Double commit from the side of LumiMawcity, and Sam will be the one to pick up this ball from here. Low boost on LumiMawcity as Hayes tries to go for a shot, and Levi just in the way of that one. 40 seconds left. Time keeps counting down as multiple shots rain out on the LumiMawcity net, but the defense has been stellar and nothing able to get past just yet.
And LumiMawcity's defense has just been so good for the past 30 seconds or so. It's just really hard to get the ball past that defense when they are clicking and in rotation like that. Not Joe's going to try to put one home. It's going to be off target though. Not Joe trying to keep possession. Sam is going to clear that out though, and Hayes is going for the redirect, unable to get the touch he wants though. And as we have 10 seconds left in the game, it looks like this one might go to overtime. Drake controlling it off his back wall. He's going to try to put it home early on, but Airlax is going to get the 50. Not Joe is going for the double, unable to get the double, but Airlax is going to put that one home, not letting it go to overtime with the 0-second goal, which is going to give LumiMawcity the Game 2 victory.
And you can see Nacho there getting in the way of Drake at the end there as he tried to jump up and get that save. Unfortunately for Purrsion 1, that is going to go into the back of the net, and LumiMawcity now looking at match point early on to start this series. And LumiMawcity is looking really good, but you cannot doubt Purrsion 1. They've been putting a lot of opportunities on net, and they just need that last little bit to go their way, and we'll have a series on our hands.
We do, and I mean, that was a much better showing from Purrsion 1 in Game 2 than they had in Game 1, so they seem to be heating up. Cookie said that they might be a little bit slow to start, but that they're going to heat up throughout the series, and I think we might be seeing that come to fruition in this series so far, because that was a really good showing by Purrsion 1 to just be able to hang around in that game, and they always seemed to have a response. Anytime LumiMawcity would tie it up, they would put another one in the net, but LumiMawcity just able to hang in that game the entire match. And I mean, they were able to score that last second goal when it counted, so Purrsion 1 is not going to want to let that happen again in this series.
And something I really want to talk about is just how Nacho is really implementing themselves on this roster. Like, they're really going into the rotations not fearing anything. They're not having any sort of problems with communicating with the team. They just seem like they're really in tune with how the team plays. And I think that's really been doing what LumiMawcity needs. Meanwhile, it looks like Sam just trying to get used to some of those rotations a little bit. I think he's there have been some communication errors on both teams, but I definitely think that Purrsion 1 is going to want to try and rectify that going into this Game 3 to try and make their rotation a little bit more clean. If any team can do that, though, it's Purrsion 1. They've shown to have very good mentalities going into these games. I'm sure that a 2-game deficit is not going to worry them at all, especially with the Sam and Drake combo that we are still expecting to pop off during this match.
Definitely. We're seeing a good dunk from Nacho, which is just going to put it in the net for LumiMawcity. And I mean, Nacho just working into these rotations so well, knowing that he can just throw himself out at that ball. And it kind of catches Purrsion 1 a little bit off guard right there, it seems. So, I mean, Purrsion 1, that was their last man trying to make a challenge there, and that last man got beat, which is going to lead to a goal 9 out of 10 times. A little bit of a double commit from Purrsion 1. They're going to want to clean that up if they want to stay in this series. And, I mean, Drake doing his best to keep possession, unable to keep it, though. Sam is going to get a big clear that might be on, but Levi is there for the save. Great last line of defense there for LumiMawcity, as we see Airlax trying to establish some pressure. Airlax is going to put that on net. Hayes is going to be there. And, I mean, we're seeing a bit of pressure from both teams, which is going to lead to a bit of back and forth early in this game.
Yeah, and we see Hayes getting a crucial touch over Levi there, who was looking for the shot. Now Airlax looking for a pass out, going to get demoed on the attempt, but Levi is going to be in rotation, able to get the dunk. Hayes will have a flick over one. Aerolax into the awkward spot. Sam with the shot. And Sam is going to tie up this game. An excellent move forward by Purrsion 1. And that's what we want to see more of if they want to take a game in this series.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a miscommunication there by LumiMawcity. Aerolax just seemed to be in the wrong position there. Maybe a little bit of those twos rotations creeping back in, but maybe miscommunication. You never know. But I'm sure they will recover as Nacho tries to put it home. Aerolax with the follow-up, unable to put it on. Levi, an interesting card choice there, is going to try to put one home, unable to do so though. And Hayes is going to have a counterattack opportunity, loses possession of the ball, and Nacho is going to clear that out. Drake trying to get possession, gets a flick over Levi. Aerolax is going to be on that though. Aerolax is going to try to keep possession. Purrsion 1 momentarily low on boost, but they're able to recover it very nicely. And Levi is going to be caught on sidewall. Nacho clearing it away. Aerolax should have possession on this one, is going to try to get it past Hayes, is able to get a good 50. No one there for the follow-up as we see get pinched back to the LumiMawcity side once again. And Purrsion 1 is going to want to capitalize on this opportunity.
Now trying to keep the pressure up. Nacho is going to get a really good dunk, and Drake is going to be the first one back to it. But a touch back to Nacho is going to allow a shot on net. Will be put away by Sam, though. Now Levi having to put this back into their own corner. Nacho a little far past that ball, but is able to recover it quickly and gets a pinch out with Aerolax. Now Drake and Hayes both going for this ball. Drake is going to follow up, though. Finds an opportunity to put that midfield, but Aerolax doing so well, going for the bump on Hayes. That would have been next level. However, Hayes gets it past, and Levi not in the right position to save that. Hayes gets an excellent shot on net, and Purrsion 1 up by 1 now.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a panic flip there by Levi. Ends up backflipping when I think he wanted to double jump there, which is a little bit unfortunate. But Levi is a champ 1. It happens, especially with those lower ranked players that might be playing a bit faster than what they usually would in their ranked matches. But if there is any champ 1 that's going to handle that well, it's going to be Levi. Has a great mental, great player. But Aerolax is going to clear that out. Drake is going to re-clear it, playing a little bit of boom ball here, which is going to give Drake an opportunity for a shot. Nacho is there though. Sam going for the ceiling shot. It's going to get challenged though, as Aerolax tries to take possession. Maybe not the touch he wanted, as Hayes clears it to the side. And we're seeing Nacho trying for a 50. It's going to end up going onto his own half though, as we see Aerolax trying to control the ball off a back wall, is going to get an air dribble, gets a 50 with Drake, which is going to fall to Sam. Sam tries to get it in the middle. Hayes is going to be there for the shot, and that's going to be another goal for Purrsion 1.
And I believe this is going to be the first time Purrsion 1 is up by 2 in this series, and that's a very good lead to have against this LumiMawcity squad. This is exactly what we wanted to see out of Purrsion 1. They're starting to get some of these passing plays and these team plays more under control. They're getting some better 50s in the midfield, and they're starting to retain possession a lot more. And now Sam might be looking at another one, but it's going to bounce out the post and out. Both posts playing a role in that one, as LumiMawcity is going to thank their net. However, not too much, as they're still down by 2, needing to come back within the next 48 seconds, or they're going to be looking at a game number 4.
I mean, I think Sam is extra thankful that it's not next season, because he would have heard the double ping off of the post there, which is something you never want to hear after you take a shot. But Drake is going to have possession, is trying to get a fake. That's a really good attempt, but LumiMawcity handles it like professionals. Aerolax is going to need to get a clear here, opts to clear it down the middle of the field, which is going to let Drake get a 50, but they get away with it. Aerolax trying to pass it to Nacho. Nacho gets a misflip, and that's going to allow Sam to clear it back down to the LumiMawcity side of the field. And with 2 goals left to make up, I don't think LumiMawcity is going to come back, and Drake is going to make extra sure of that, putting Purrsion 1 up by 3 with a great 50, able to out 50 Nacho on that possession.
And I'm starting to really like what I'm seeing from Purrsion 1 here. They're doing a really good job in this game number 3 of making sure they know who's going to be going for each ball. Now, a little bit of a miscommunication here on that kickoff, as I'm not entirely sure what just happened. It just seems like Hayes might have flipped the wrong way on that, and Aerolax just gets credited for a simple shot in. Those are going to happen every so often for you. But being up by 2 with 2 seconds left, Purrsion 1 has nothing to worry about. This ball's going to hit the ground, and they are going to be taking game 3. And we're starting to see a comeback here. Are we going to see a reverse sweep?
I mean, we would love to see it. It's always good seeing these series go neck and neck, but LumiMawcity is going to try to claw one back for the goal differential. Unable to do so, though. Even though that we don't have any server choices in this series, even if it goes to a game 5, so it doesn't matter all that much. But a great win for Purrsion 1 in a do or die situation. They just seem to be getting a lot better 50s in that midfield. I was seeing them have a bit more boost control through that midfield, which was allowing them to keep better possession as they were transitioning from their defensive to the offensive half of the field. And that was the make or break for them. So it's good to see them be able to adapt on the fly and stay in this series.
I'm also seeing a much better rotation coming out from them, not double committing as much, definitely not getting in each other's way. The comms have probably gotten to a more of a cleaner level for them if their rotation says anything. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from them. The only thing I need to see now is how LumiMawcity is going to adapt, and if Purrsion 1 can try and take us to a game 5, because I definitely see that in the cards.
It is definitely a possibility, and that would be amazing to see, but we'll need to wait and see, because there's only so much speculation that can happen. But ultimately, just going to come down to this game 4, seeing if Purrsion 1 can force a game 5, or if they're going to drop the series and end up losing 3-1 at the hands of this LumiMawcity squad, who's been playing so well lately. So we'll need to see. LumiMawcity is going to get some early pressure after kickoff. Levi is going to try to pass it middle. Airlax is on the ball. Levi is going for the shot. Drake is there, though. Airlax is going to have an opportunity to pinch it middle, but it's not hard enough, and Nacho's not going to be able to get the angle on that one. Levi is going off a back wall, plays it slow, which kind of confuses Hayes a bit, and now he's going to try to pass it middle. Airlax was already on it, though, so he might have wanted to just back off and let Airlax have that. As Drake is going to get a shot on net, and he's going to put Purrsion 1 up by 1 only 30 seconds into this match.
That's a great shot from Drake, seeing an open field and getting that touch right over the defender. That would have been crucial if they were able to get up on that. And Drake having a starting to have a bit of a standout performance in this series. We're going to have to see if he can continue on. We saw the double tap from earlier in game number 2. Going to want to see a little bit more from that, see if he can get any more clips going on this week. Now Sam is going to get the back pass over, but Airlax is going to be the first one to this ball. Sam now in an awkward position, goes straight for the 50 and will be able to get it, but not a lot of boost to run up on this ball with. So just going to stall Nacho as much as possible. Now Drake trying to get past Levi. Levi gets the 50. Airlax gets the follow-up, and it's going to be towards the Purrsion 1 net. Sam will be there to clear it out, but Airlax plays the 50 well. And now Drake over to Sam. Sam quite can't get to this ball. Levi is going to have to go up. Dunked by Drake, and Drake doesn't have any more boost to move forward, but Purrsion 1 is on the offense once again. Sam off the back wall. Airlax is going to follow through with that. Pass out to Hayes, and a shot on net. Airlax with the save. And Purrsion 1 try to get one past LumiMawcity, but not able to as a counterattack rings out.
I mean, that's a fantastic save by Airlax. Just being there in the nick of time, being able to get to that ball. That was quite insane of a save by him. But he's going to need to be able to clear this out as he clears it up to not Joe, but Sam is going to beat Joe to that one. Or not Joe, I should say. But Hayes is going to get a good 50, which is going to allow him to get a follow-up shot, and that's in the net. Purrsion 1 seems to be in control of this game as they go up 2-0, 3 minutes left.
And I think Levi was not expecting the ball to bounce at just that angle off the corner. It's a very tough corner to read when it's bouncing like that. You don't know if it's going to bounce straight out or if it's going to bounce over to the side. Unfortunately for him, misreading the bounce, and Hayes able to put that shot on net. And that's something that I've always liked to see out of Purrsion 1, is they are very accurate when it comes to shooting on net. Their accuracy has been second to none in this league. They just haven't really gotten as many opportunities as a lot of other teams on putting those on. Now, Sam not getting the shot on, but Hayes, once again, standout performance from them coming into this game number 4. as Purrsion 1 lead by 3, and that's an excellent shot coming out from Hayes.
The LumiMawcity defense is just looking a little bit awkward, and I'm sure they're going to want to be able to clean those up as we progress in this series. But I mean, hats off to Purrsion 1. They just have so much pressure right now, and I mean, LumiMawcity seems to be on the back foot here, which is something that we wouldn't have guessed after that game 2, where they were looking very strong. Levi, low on boost, needs a 50, is able to get that 50 though, as Airlax is going to need to get a clear out. Notjo is going to complete that clear. A bit low on boost from Notjo, so he's going to try to get it middle. Sam is there. Airlax going for a shot on net. Drake is able to defend it. We have Drake trying to keep possession, gets a 50, and we're seeing multiple 50s ring out on this Purrsion 1 half. Levi is going to keep the pressure on. Sam gets an awkward jump off wall. Drake is going to clear that out. Airlax trying to put one on nets. Hayes with the save. We see a pinch attempt ring out from Purrsion 1 to try to relieve some pressure. And it is going to be effective as we see them be able to clear the ball to the LumiMawcity half. LumiMawcity, Airlax going up and over, going for the double, and is going to put that one home. Great shot by Airlax to keep his team in this game, keeping it within 2, a minute 30 left.
And that's a really good full field air dribble from Airlax there, trying to give his team some momentum. And Purrsion 1, just a little bit overcommitted on that one. You could see it kind of stemmed from an earlier play where there was a double commit on the sidewall. And it kind of just made its way forward from there. However, LumiMawcity still have a lot of work to do, down by 2 with a minute 20 on the clock. They're going to need to come back here pretty quickly, as the defense from Purrsion 1 has been stellar for most of this series. Now Hayes going to be able to clear this one back down to the sidewall. Levi will get a touch across the field, but no one going to be there to challenge, and LumiMawcity is going to be able to push forward here. Now Drake getting that past Levi. Airlax having to run back, gets the touch off the wall, but Sam is going to be there to challenge, and now it's going to be up to Drake. Gets the flip reset, not going to use it, just uses the ball's momentum to catch it a little bit, and Levi going to have to try and get this ball out of their side of the field. Hayes with the dunk. And every single challenge that Purrsion 1 is getting is just taking more and more seconds off of this clock. 31 seconds now for LumiMawcity to find 2.
We're seeing LumiMawcity really just throw everything they have at the ball, trying to get something on net, trying to get something in the net, but it's just so hard against this Purrsion 1 defense. As we see Purrsion 1 clearing it out again. 10 seconds left. This game appears to be over. We see Drake trying to take a shot, gets a bit awkward on it. LumiMawcity is going to try to claw one back as a great placement there, but Sam is going to clear that away, and Drake is going to down that ball, allowing for Purrsion 1 to secure the Game 4 victory. And that's going to put to a best of 1. I mean, 1 game left, all tied up. Purrsion 1 has the momentum. We will need to see if they're able to close out the reverse sweep.
And this is a very close match. We've seen Purrsion 1 really wake up, and I'm starting to be impressed by what they've been pulling off. LumiMawcity seems to have taken their foot off the gas a little bit, but the shot opportunities are still there. It's just the defense of Purrsion 1 has hit a different level. And I mean, we don't really see much of it there, but that's just because their offensive pressure was so strong this entire time. I think a lot of that match was played in the LumiMawcity half, and you could see at the end of the game there that they were just faking the ball and just making sure to play off of the LumiMawcity challenges just to keep that ball in the side of the field as much as possible to allow for the clock just to tick down. And I think that's what Purrsion 1 really does good at in these situations where they are in the lead. So if you're LumiMawcity, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you do not let Purrsion 1 take the lead in this game. We're going to have to see how they do in a Game 5 situation, as it's definitely, this could go either way.
I mean, LumiMawcity is a great team in their own right, and I believe they haven't really gotten too many Game 5 series so far in the league. And it looks like they actually haven't gotten a single one, so I mean, we're going to need to see how they're able to handle Game 5. And they're going to need to try to fend off a reverse sweep by Purrsion 1. But what a comeback so far by Purrsion 1. And will they be able to keep it up and finish off this reverse sweep? We'll need to see because, I mean, there's nothing left to do other than see if they're able to complete it. We're seeing Drake go for an early touch, unable to get it though. Plays it around Arilax, but Levi is going to be there for the 50. Nacho is going to try to get some pressure established, unable to do so as Arilax gets his boost stolen as he tries to clear it out. Nacho misses, but Levi is right there to take control of the ball. Arilax is going to be coming off a back wall to try to defend this, but Drake is going to put it low, which is going to give Purrsion 1 an early lead in this game. And I mean, LumiMawcity seems to be almost panicking a little bit as they lose control of this series.
And Drake constantly putting in that first goal for Purrsion 1. I think he's done so in the last 3 games, if not the last 4 games. They've been showing some really good accuracy going forward. And now Sam is going to do the same thing. The Sam to Drake connection finally comes alive on this play. Drake gets a really good 50 off Nacho, and Arilax so close to getting the save, but it's just a little bit far past. And that's going to be a 2-goal lead early on for Purrsion 1. LumiMawcity looking at a reverse sweep against them if they're not able to come back here.
I mean, last week we had our first reverse sweep, and think, what if we get a reverse sweep 2 weeks in a row? That would be absolutely bonkers, especially in the first match of the week. That would be insane. But it looks like it's very possible at this point as Purrsion 1 up by 2. LumiMawcity is going to try to clear it away from their half, but they're just unable to do so. And I mean, LumiMawcity looking like they're on their back foot as Nacho is going to try to get a double. Sam is going to be there though. And Levi taking a shot on net, unable to put that on as Levi is going to get a demo on that Purrsion 1 defense. Nacho trying to play the possession game, unable to get... Yeah, Levi is trying to put one on net, unable to get it past the defense though, and they're going to want to get these shots past the defense if they're going to bring their way back into this game, Fade.
We're seeing a lot of pressure come out from LumiMawcity here to try and bring some of that pressure that you've been wanting, and they might find it here. Double commit is going to lead to an open net, but Drake is going to be there for the save. Nacho past Drake, looking to beat one, gets the beat. Arilax with the shot, but it's going to be off the post. And that's a shot that if you're LumiMawcity, you need that to go in right now. Now Nacho trying to keep up the pressure, but Sam is going to get it clear. Levi going to be last back and puts it towards the corner, but Sam will be there to keep it back in the attacking third. Now Nacho going to move forward. Arilax waiting for a pass to come through. Not going to be able to find one, but gets the challenge here off of Nacho. Pinch over towards the Purrsion 1 net, but Drake is playing that defensive line perfectly and has a full field air dribble to try and put a shot on of their own. Now Nacho gonna put this one up. Arilax demoed on the play and the shot rings out, but it's gonna be put away by Nacho again. And with half the game remaining, LumiMawcity still trying to find 2 here.
I mean, LumiMawcity, they just are unable to put the ball on the net as Purrsion 1 is trying to reverse field possession. Once again, they haven't been able to do so far, but they do have possession. Sam does have boost as well. He gets bumped though. Nacho is going to put this on net, and that's going to keep LumiMawcity in this match as they bring it within 1 with 2 minutes left in this game. This is anyone's game to win, Fade.
And that was a great bump from Levi, allowing Nacho to come forward and take the ball, and just a little too slow on Purrsion 1 to kind of move that ball out after the bounce. Nacho taking real good advantage of that, and as you said, they're still in this game as another shot going to ring out from Nacho, but it is going to be straight to the defense. Now Arilax going to be off the corner. It's going to go over to Drake, and Nacho up early in this one to challenge this ball. Arilax is getting it clear, but a double commit is going to leave Levi in the back end. No one to go forward, and Arilax gets a really good 50 off of Drake. Cannot get to this ball, though, and no one else on the LumiMawcity side able to push forward. A minute 38 left, and LumiMawcity wanting to find one to cause OT. Drake getting a good 50, and Levi having to clear this one over to the side. Now Sam, not able to get the touch, but gets the back pass to Hayes, and Arrow has to play this one patient. gets in a Rule 1 with Hayes and is going to keep this one as it turns into a 2v2, Sam and Drake. But Nacho's going to beat both of them and ties the game up 2-2 with a minute 15.
That's just so good on Nacho to identify before the Purrsion 1 squad is able to identify that they have a Rule 1 there. Then in a 2v2, they need to be a bit more careful than that once that Rule 1 ends up becoming a thing. But, I mean, great job on Nacho to put that one home. And we're seeing Nacho just come in clutch for his team time and time again. He seems to be playing with a chip on his shoulder, playing for this LumiMawcity squad for the first time. As he establishes pressure, Airlax is unable to get there fast enough though, and we see Hayes trying to clear it out. Levi should have possession of this though, ends up faking it, and that's going to give Nacho the opportunity. Nacho unable to get it past though. Airlax playing it downfield. Nacho unable to get the pass to mid for Airlax. Airlax going to try to put this on. The defense is there for that though. Purrsion 1 trying to establish pressure. 30 seconds left. No. Is he going to be there in time? No. Sam puts that one home, and there's only 30 seconds left in the game. Purrsion 1 takes the lead so late in this game.
And I think it was just a break of miscommunication. It looked like Nacho thought Levi was going to challenge. When they didn't, Nacho wasn't prepared to go up for this ball. And Airlax just a little bit too far forward. And they're not going to want to let the series end like that, as Levi takes it down the side wall. Sam is going to get a clear, and Sam gets it midfield, but Airlax is going to be there for the clear. Now Hayes just going to look to stall this one out. Drake keeps this high, and the boost total on LumiMawcity is running low, as Hayes will take that other corner boost. Now Airlax getting dunked. Only a few seconds to come back here, and is that going to be the final goal? It looks like it. Hayes is going to keep this one up. Gets the dunk. Airlax can't get to the ball on the wall, and that's going to be it. Purrsion 1 take this in a reverse sweep.
I mean, the reverse sweep has been completed. What a comeback by Purrsion 1. That is a series to remember. As, I mean, that's just so well played by Purrsion 1. And I mean, LumiMawcity just seemed to struggle to get the ball out of their back half. They were trying to clear the ball up the middle of the field so often, and that just didn't seem to be working against the Purrsion 1 squad. And I mean, that's just such a good comeback. Well played to both teams, and what a series to start us off in week 5.
Yeah, and that's our second reverse sweep of the season, with the first one happening last week. But both teams looking excellent, and honestly, I've got to say, I'm impressed by this Purrsion 1 squad. I was not expecting them to come out here and take this to a game 5 even, and to reverse sweep a LumiMawcity that's been on fire recently. Obviously, I think they still looked really good. It's just Purrsion 1 finally clicked in that game number 3, and they just took the momentum from there. You got to be happy if you're both teams there. Obviously, game differential is going to mean so much, especially in this week, dealing with these wins and losses. Game differential could put you in the top 8, or it could put you down into 10th. So LumiMawcity has to be happy with that game 5, but I'm sure they wanted it to go a bit of a different way. Unfortunately for them, not going to happen, but Purrsion 1 finally getting another win in week 5, and we're going to have to see what they can bring forward next week, as well as LumiMawcity. But guys, that's only the first game of the day. We've still got a couple more coming up for you. Up next, we are going to have OwOptic Gaming playing up against Protogen Rebellion. So stick with us, and after the break, we'll be back with that one. Catch you then.
just some more whiskey. I can't seem to understand how you do this to me. You've been running in circles inside my head. Wasn't looking for love, but baby, I found you instead. I think I need to confess. Saw you in the red dress. I can't seem to understand how you got all that finesse. Still been running in circles inside my head. Wasn't looking for love, but baby, I found you instead.
Hello, everybody, and welcome on back to RFDL Week 5, Day 1. I'm with Firestreak and Cookie Cat, and as always, I'm Ecliptic Fades. And I gotta ask Cookie Cat, how you feeling after watching your team take the dub?
They had me stressed, I'm not gonna lie, but I did say that they were warming up, and I think that was my worry, is that they would let that get to them, and, you know, it would end up in a sweep. But it turns out they had different plans for me, and after that second game, I started to notice them warm up a lot. Even though they did lose that one, it was a lot, you know, closer than I had thought it would be. So it was great. But the reverse sweep just makes me so happy. That's the first one that we have gotten all season. The second one for the actual like league itself. I couldn't have asked for like a better team than what they were to put on the show today. It was so exciting for me. I had so much fun.
Yeah, I gotta agree. That was a really great match, and I'm really excited to see what these next teams have in store for us as well. As we get into our second match of the day, guys, it is going to be OwOptic Gaming versus Protogen Rebellion, and another battle of the greens for OwOptic. We're gonna have to see if they can take this one. They lost last week versus X3 Tactics, but with their new addition in Gala coming from the LumiMawcity roster, they've had another week to start practicing with them, and I'm thinking they're gonna look a lot stronger this week than they did.
I think they're going to look a lot stronger as well. Just getting that extra week of practice is huge for a team. And I mean, I think we're going to kind of see a little bit of what LumiMawcity had early season, where they didn't get the chance to really practice with each other a lot. And then every week they just got stronger and stronger. So, I mean, it's going to be a tough matchup for Protogen Rebellion, but I mean, it should be a tight match. So.
Indeed. I'm excited to see how these two teams go. I'm also excited to see where Turtles ends up, if they do indeed win this or if they lose. I hope my boy can be freed into a better, respectable place for this little pony right here. I think he deserves better than a hill, you know what I'm saying? So, hoping that Protogen Rebellion could do me a solid, get that win, lock in together, defeat this team that has been doing so well throughout the season.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see. Let's talk about these teams moving into this as we go with our first team. Gonna be OwOptic Gaming, and they brought on a new player last week in Gala. So Daki, T-Park, and Gala running that. They looked really good last week against X3 Tactics, but X3 Tactics, being that team that hasn't lost a match just yet, just ended up being a little bit too much for the team. Gala was looking a little ready to play. They looked like that they really want to get some really good results going, and if any player can do that, I think it is going to be Gala. They looked really good on LumiMawcity when they were playing with Aerolax and Levi, and I think just getting Daki and T-Park on the team, I think that's actually a really good thing for them. I think that they're going to work a lot better in this sort of squad with the rotation that this team has. What do you guys think about Gala joining a roster, and what do you think we can expect to see from them?
I don't even think it's up to question. We already saw what they can do last season. Like, Gala, absolutely great player. And I mean, I'm just looking to see him just unlock exactly what we saw from time and time again last season. He doesn't have Hammer setting him up for plays anymore, but I mean, Daki, T-Park, both players that are very good at setting up their teammates in their own right, and I'm looking to see those opportunities come out from Gala, because I know it's something that is possible, but we just didn't quite see it as much as we would have liked to last week, and that extra week of practice may have done the trick for them, so we'll need to see.
Yeah, I agree. Gala is definitely a scary player to play against, and I haven't had an experience myself against them, but they are definitely, from what I can see through all the matches that we've seen so far, is they're definitely a force to be reckoned with if you give them the right space and allow them to do what they want to do. But they can also be a great third man when needed, and I think if we can see that in this game, Protogen Rebellion might not have much of a chance, but I think they still have a fighting chance if they just work on what they can do as a team and lock in finally this year.
And we will talk about their opponents here, as obviously OwOptic Gaming want to take the series, but this team against them is not going to let them take it easily. It is going to be Protogen Rebellion coming into the field, and Static, Heavenly, and Turtles have not had the best season yet, but they are ramping up slowly but steadily. And I think that today is a really good chance for them to get another win in their books. They all look really good whenever they are playing. It's just been small differences that have been putting other teams above them in the winning category. What do you guys think about the team? What do you want to see from them today?
I mean, you guys know I love this team. It's Protogen Rebellion, absolutely goated team. They are have a very high skill ceiling. I mean, as you guys saw in the player cards, right now, they just have both Static and Turtles assigned as the setter playstyle right now, which is typically the person who is setting up other players. We need one of those two players to be able to put those shots in the net. And that's what I'm going to be looking to see them do today. And if they're able to just slot more of those shots rather than getting those close misses that bounce towards the middle of the field, and if they can just hit those home a little bit more often, maybe fix up that accuracy just a little bit, they're going to be just fine. I mean, Heavenly, as that third man, is also going to be a great benefit to them. A very solid player, and he's somebody who has the potential to be able to step up and finish those opportunities if their rotations are on point. So, I mean, if their rotations are good, they're going to be just fine, and I think they have a chance to have a really strong week this week if they're on point.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I do want to say that I will stick to my point till the end of this season, that you got to be careful with these low ranks. C1s and below, C2s, C3s, they can be probably one of the most unexpected thirds that you could ever see. You look at that rank and you go, nah, they're not going to do that good. But so far in this season, throughout Protogen Rebellion's game, win or loss, we've seen Heavenly do a lot of plays that you wouldn't think like a normal C1, C2, or C3 would be able to do. They just come out of nowhere. They're pretty unexpected. Obviously, they're still in those low ranks up to GC. They're still working on consistency. So I think the high ranks don't expect that inconsistency through a lot of players, and that's what makes these low ranks a little bit more unexpected to the actual plays that can happen between the players. So, if OwOptic Gaming can capitalize on the fact that some inconsistencies are going to be there, then they might have a solid chance. But if they let Heavenly get those cleanup plays or get those unexpected shots that they don't think so, and they respect a lot of the plays because they don't think it's going to go in, it could allow OwOptic Gaming to falter in their sub out for this week.
Well, we will have to see exactly what they are going to do. Now, Fire, would you like to let us know real quick what the predictions on the death were for this coming matchup?
Yeah, the predictions, if I remember, it was a split decision, but let me go ahead and confirm that for us. I am seeing... I chose OwOptic in 5. No, you chose OwOptic in 5 in this one. I chose Protogen Rebellion in 4. Aerolax chose OwOptic in 5. And Cookie, Protogen Rebellion in 5. And exactly split desk. And I mean, if last series being split and this one being split is any indication, we should be looking out for a great series.
I have to agree there. And with that being said, I think everybody is ready to get our second match underway. It is going to be Battle of the Greens once again, OwOptic versus Protogen Rebellion. Which team is going to be the one on top at the end of today? We're just going to have to sit and find out. Cookie Cat and Fire, have fun.
Fire, how are you doing today, my friendly little fox?
I mean, I'm doing fantastic, and it's only going to get better because we're seeing Turtles trying to get an early air dribble out of his half. but it's going to be stifled in the midfield. We're seeing Static trying to get it out once again, but Daki is there. We're seeing some great challenges from OwOptic coming out early in this game. We see Heavenly trying to get it over the top, going for the ceiling play. Is a bit low on boost for that though, and that's going to just allow the ball to fall to Static. Turtles trying to put it on net. Gala, great save though. Heavenly is going to try to keep the pressure, but once again, we see OwOptic getting some pretty favorable 50s in that midfield, Cookie.
Oh yeah, indeed. Like I said, Heavenly is making those plays that are trying to catch them off guard. Whether or not they have boost, I don't think it really matters. I think he's doing exactly what the other two ranks we have in here. As Gala goes for the shot. Ooh, an own goal by Heavenly. It was off the net. I think he just misread it, tried to put it a little far to the corner, couldn't get to where he wanted it to be. Perfect placement by Gala to get it right in front of the nose of Heavenly, and unfortunately, that has to go straight into the net.
I mean, it's really unfortunate anytime you see an own goal. Heavenly not in the best position to avoid that, but it happens to the best of us, and I'm sure Heavenly's going to keep his chin up as Turtles keeps him right in the game, putting one home immediately after that own goal, because Turtles just says, nah, it's okay, let me take this over.
Unfortunate by T-Park to get that front flip mistimed on what they wanted to do. They probably had a better idea of what they wanted to do to save it. Ooh, we've got a disconnect. Heavenly Fusion has been disconnected from the match. Fades, if you want to, we can stop this match and continue, or we can let them play in a 2v3. But it looks like so far Static is keeping up with the 2v3. Turtles is allowing that to go. It's going to get pinched off to the corner. Doc is going to go for the setup shot off the backboard. Heavenly still not back yet as Static. Getting beat by Daki. Turtles, low boost, goes for the save, gets the touch. Gala goes for the shot. Another save by Static last minute, and then it goes in. Heavenly's not back yet. We're going to try to fix this rectify in the back. Fire, if you want to take over real quick.
Yeah, I mean, I think as per league rules, it's a bit late to be able to allow the restart of the game. So, I mean, Static and Turtles are just going to need to bear down on this one and just hang in this match for as long as they can. A little bit unfortunate to see Heavenly disconnect, but immediately we're seeing OwOptic try to get some pressure early on. They're trying to take advantage of this 3v2, but Static and Turtles are just so good at hanging in there as Heavenly reconnects. That definitely could have been worse, but they're able to keep their team within one goal, which is a great turn of events for Protogen Rebellion, as they were just able to really hang in there as Heavenly tries to find his spot in these rotations once again after the disconnect. Turtles is going to clear that to the side. He's going to need a little bit of help from Static though, as we see them try to readapt back to normal gameplay. A clear down the middle. T-Park is going to be able to collect that and is just going to play it high, giving Gala the shot opportunity. It's going to be a bit high though. Turtles trying to keep control, unable to do so. Is going to get dunked. Heavenly a bit low on boost, is going to try to put his team in a good position, but Static is going to need to get the save. Static trying to keep control. Turtle is going to back him up nicely as we see Heavenly get dunked by Daki, and we're seeing a bit of a flip-flop in possession right as Heavenly rejoins this match, and I mean, no clear advantage to either team.
It definitely goes to show that if you're in a 2v3 situation, you still have a solid chance to get out of here. You just have to collect yourself, play some really good defense. You can't really let things go. Heavenly gets a nice 50 out. T is out there. T-Park's ready to go. Static getting a clear. Going to pass out to the mid. Turtles is there, but is getting beat by Daki, so he's going to let it go to Heavenly. Over to Gala off the corner. Turtles doing a backflip to half flip over to get to the ball. T-Park knocking it up. Gala over to the middle. Heavenly Fusion gets a nice save. Static still back and ready to go, but lets it go to Turtles as he claims the ball. And a dribble it past one. He's unable to get there. Goes out to the mid. Static unable to get a touch. Heavenly gets 50 by Gala. Saved by Turtles, but he just can't get it enough pass. Beautiful play by Gala to get there in time and absolutely just destroy. Oh, it was an own goal. Never mind. Excuse me. Heavenly having a little bit of a panic on Turtles.
I mean, second own goal of the game for Heavenly, which is a little bit unfortunate, maybe just a bit panicky, maybe trying to make up for it a bit too much. But I mean, once again, it seems that as soon as a mistake from Protogen Rebellion happens, Turtles is just there to put another one home, just slotting it right past Daki, who's a bit slow and awkward in the net. So very well played by Turtles to keep his team in this match.
It's definitely seeming like Turtles is bringing back what should have done in the first half of this week, where he hasn't been able to perform as well as he wants to, or whatever the team wants him to play. And he's coming back, he's fixing those mistakes, he's answering these mistake goals and own goals for his team, even though his team's having some trouble keeping that in. Static gets a lovely bump out, Daki up in the back wall, trying to get this through. Off the crossbar, here comes Turtle again, getting an open net. A lovely save by Gala, but it's still there. Heavenly trying to set this back up. OwOptic still in this as it goes back to the Protogen Rebellion half. What a wonderful save.
That's just superb defense by OwOptic, and once again, we're seeing a little bit of accuracy issues plaguing Protogen Rebellion in this match, as it looks like OwOptic is opting to play that to the side. They might have had an open net there as Turtles tries to air dribble it to the opposite half. Heavenly popping it high for Static. Static is going to try to get that forward. Doesn't get the touch he wants, though. Turtles is going to try to play it forward. Gala trying to play to the opposite side. Static doesn't get the touch, but it's still going to stay up. Static is going to want to get the touch there, but I think he thought it was going to be a bounce off the ramp that would have kept the ball alive, but he doesn't get the bounce he wants, and that's going to give OwOptic the lead in the series in game 1.
Unfortunate indeed. I can't change the maps. I don't have access to that. But definitely a good team for that. They played well even under circumstances of a disconnect. They played as they should. So, unfortunately for them, they couldn't keep the comeback going on, couldn't keep it to where they wanted to be. It's not their game. But I think they were doing pretty well in terms of Turtles. They just had that last goal that couldn't get. I do think that they could come back in the second game. They could definitely do this. Probably even take it to game 5 if they slip up next one.
Yeah, they definitely have the capability of doing that, and fortunately for them, it's a very easy fix. They just can't put the ball in their own net. They had 2 own goals that game among that Protogen Rebellion squad, and if they're able to just brush those aside, move on to the next game, I mean, they outscored OwOptic in that match. Like, they got 2 goals on them. OwOptic only earned 1. The other ones were a bit self-inflicted, so I mean, they just keep their heads up. They keep playing their game. They're going to be perfectly fine, and I have faith that they're going to do it. This Protogen Rebellion squad has what it takes, and we just need to see them be able to stay calm and keep those defensive rotations strong as we are trying to set up this match. We're getting a bit of a server reset, I believe, and that's just going to give us a little bit more time to speculate here, Cookie.
I think indeed we could get a server reset, but I'd say we let them play. So far, they're doing great. If they indeed do want to, we can go ahead. But it's not going to hurt a little bit to play on the same map twice. You know, it's not even Champions Field. This is DDFH Stadium. Probably one of the best maps that they got here in Rocket League. These 2 teams are fighting it out. They don't even know what's going on. They probably wouldn't even know what map we're on. I'd say we'll have a little time in between each match to get that reset and going. But so far, as T-Part gets out there, does it save it? Turtles up in the air, gets a nice flip reset, looking for 1, gets a 50 off of Daki. Now, Static putting this off the wall to Turtles. Turtles is going to take it around the corner, gets a 50 out. No one's there from Protogen Rebellion, but here comes Heavenly to knock it out to the mid. Again, Protogen Rebellion kind of slacking on the offensive side on a lot of things here, but Gala passing it over, trying to get it to Daki, but Daki wasn't ready. Turtles get that 50 out. A missed touch allows Heavenly to get that to the back wall. Gala's going to clear it to the corner. T-Park Getting 50 by Static as Gala is trying to keep his best to keep that ball away from the net. Turtles, one more shot, doesn't have the recovery to get over to the ball. And now we're seeing as it's kind of like a dead still on both of these teams right now.
I mean, does show Protogen Rebellion being up by 1. I did not see that goal ring out, so I might need to check that out in the replays. But we see some pressure from Protogen Rebellion. They have maintained it pretty nicely within the last 20 seconds or so, as Heavenly is going to keep the pressure, is going to try to stay on it with low boost. That's a tough position to be in, though. And Turtle's going to clear it middle for Static. Can try to get the follow-up on Static's shot off a backboard. Unable to do so, though. Docky is going to get the clear. Static's right there, though, to keep the pressure on. Static can try to get it middle for Turtles. Turtles going to put that home! Great finish by Turtles to just sneak it around the defense, and great pass by Static. This is the type of play we want to see from this Protogen Rebellion roster.
Definitely a good play. Like I said, Golden, or not Golden. Oh my god, I'm still thinking about him. Turtles out here. Turtles is definitely doing exactly what I said. He's coming back. He's making the plays that he should as the team wants him to. Maybe he'll actually get off of that hill into a better home. Be able to give him like a roof over his head. We're seeing it happen. It's just he needs to fight for it. And he's doing exactly that as he gets a pass out. No one there from Protogen Rebellion as OwOptic gets a nice clear. Here comes Heavenly off that corner. It's out to the mid. Gala's going to get that clear, but it's 50'd out to Turtles. Turtles going for a nice little waterfall read, but can't get it under the crossbar. That ping would have been devastating. Static to clean it up. A great pass from Heavenly.
I mean, it's like Protogen Rebellion heard what I was saying. All they got to do is keep playing their game, and they are going to be perfectly fine because they are a very strong roster, and looks like OwOptic just doesn't have any answers for their offense right now because they are just getting great passes, great follow-ups, and great finishes past the defense. As we see Turtles going for the Meki play, gets the flip reset that might not have the power to get in the back of the net, but that's going to leave Gala with low boost trying to clear it out. T-Part going for a bump is unable to get it though. Static is going to try to keep this in the middle, doesn't get the touch he wants though. Turtles playing this off a corner. We're going to be looking for Heavenly to follow this up, and Heavenly gets a follow-up that's going to fall to Gala though, who's going to clear it out. Docky trying to get it in the middle for his team, unable to do so though, as Turtles gets a clear out. T-Park is going to have the space to catch this though, gets a 50 with Heavenly, and is going to get a potential shot on net. Static is there for the clear though. Docky going for a shot. Turtles going to be there for the save though, as Heavenly is going to follow this up in the OwOptic half. There's a little bit of space here. No one knows who's going to go for the ball as Static gets the dribble to the opposing side of the field. That's going to be a dunk for OwOptic though. Gala trying to put one on net. They need to put one in soon. Only 1:15 left, down by 3. And I mean, OwOptic, they need to find an answer really quick if they want to stay in this match.
Oh, indeed. A shot rang out by Gala. Static is just there in time. A great boost steal by Turtles to keep it in play. He goes for the read. T-Park getting it away as it gets down the field. Docky now having to turn around to get to that one. Has to go again. Static is going to clear it to the corner. Has no boost to follow it up. T-Park is a little bit nervous to go for this. Pops it down. Turtles can't get a touch. Heavenly can't either. T-Park gets it to the corner. Maybe a pass out to the mid. So it goes to the crossbar. Devastating ping if we were in that second season. Just not there yet. Turtles trying to buy some time as Heavenly gets the 50 out to the wall. Gala's ready. Decides to get pressured. Lets it go for Docky. Got a 50 out from Turtles. Slowing down a little bit here is Heavenly. It's that nice play. They're trying to speed it up. They want that goal. They're already 3 up with 10 seconds left on the clock. All they need to do is hold it out. They don't get a kickoff. They have a better chance of keeping this at the scoreline that it is. And here it goes. Docky with the goal. A great pass from T-Park. It's just, is there enough time in between now and those 3 seconds?
No, I don't think there really is going to be. They're just putting that one in for the goal differential, and I think right there we saw a really rare misplay positionally from Static, potentially being a bit too far cheated up. I would have liked to see him be a bit further back to be able to be in position for the save there, but it doesn't really matter all that much as Protogen Rebellion is going to take the Game 2 win in convincing fashion winning by 2. And I mean, their offense just looks so good. They seem to be on the same page so often. And it's really what we have been waiting to see from this team. They're looking like they did against Dignipaws 2 weeks ago, which is always good to see for this team.
Indeed. You might have to carry this a little more because I'm doing background stuff. But we are getting ready for the second match. We have to remake the lobby due to disconnect issues. We got that player in the last second, and then we couldn't get the lobby remade in time. But we were working on whatever we can to get this thing set up for you guys. Fire, if you want to keep going, I'll fix this in the background.
Yes, definitely. No worries. And I mean, OwOptic, I'm going to be looking for them to be able to disrupt those midfield passes going into this next match, because that's where Protogen Rebellion is scoring a lot of their goals. And I mean, it's just something they got to be able to handle, because if they're not able to, Protogen is just going to have their way on the offensive side of the field. And that's something you never want, especially with a huge duo like Static and Turtles on that front line. They've been so effective passing to each other on that offensive side of the field, and we're going to want to see more of that from them, but we'll need to see if they're able to keep it up going into a game 3 where it's all tied up. We're in a best of 3 situation, essentially. So, I mean, we'll just need to see. There's going to be no server changes regardless of goal differential, so it really doesn't matter that much to either of these teams in this series, because we have Turtles, an EU player, as well as Docky and T-Park, who are US West. So all these games are going to be on US East to keep things even between these teams. So server non-factor in this series as we head into game 3, and the kickoff is going to ring out. Static and Gala getting a neutral kickoff, and Turtles getting just a little bit of a better follow-up, but Docky is going to beat Heavenly on the follow-up to that kickoff. Static going to play to the side. Turtles going to want to clear, and he's going to get it, as Gala is going to try to collect it. Turtles is just too fast, though, as Heavenly is going to try to put one on target, is going to just play it high, though. Turtles, low on boost, is able to get the 50, though. And, I mean, we're seeing a bit of a low boost situation from Protogen Rebellion. They're going to want to conserve boost a bit better than that, but Turtles is going to get a huge save. And we're seeing a ton of pressure from both teams, and it feels like one of these shots is going to end up in the opposing team's net soon enough.
Indeed we are, and there it is. Right as you say something, it's gonna go in. Lovely little caster's curse. Caster's timing, if you want to say. And it's fantastic. And like I said, it's the unexpected plays from the low ranks that get you off guard. It seems the break in between the two games that were a little bit longer than it should have. We got it as quick as we could, but it seems that it's not affecting Protogen Rebellion as much as OwOptic would hope. Docky gets that pass off the T-Park. It's going to go off the wall. Not a touch they won. Now it's passed over to Turtles, who gets the 50. Docky getting a missed touch. Has to play it off the ceiling pinch. Static is going to put that to the back corner. Here comes Gala, trying to set up a play. Turtles is going to play it slow, forcing Gala to commit. Static gets a 50 out. Docky with the touch high. Gets it over one, but not towards the net. Heavenly gets that pinched off of Docky off the bicycle kick, and now it's going to go to the net. Turtles with the pack crossbar. Reed wants to go in, but can't. Just not enough. Static gets there in time. Docky can't get it in. It's just back and forth between these both teams. Static really wants this to go in, but it's just not going to happen.
I mean, we're seeing great pressure from both teams. It just seems to be going back and forth and back and forth. And if I'm on that, if I'm an OwOptic fan, I'm going to be looking for them to try to isolate Heavenly on that back line, because I think that's their best chance to be able to put one in the net, just because Static and Turtles are two fantastic defenders, and it's going to be extremely tough to try to get it past them when both of those two are back. But we're seeing Heavenly play it across the field, across his own net, but he's going to get a pinch on the wall, which is going to play favorably for Protogen Rebellion. Daki trying to get a touch, misses the touch though, and Turtles is going to try to challenge, but it's going to be awkward for both teams. It's going to be a pinch out from OwOptic. They isolate Heavenly back. Heavenly's just a little bit hesitant to challenge that, and that's going to lead to an OwOptic goal. Great shot by Daki to just put it just behind Heavenly. Great placement from Daki on that possession.
I do think the combo between Heavenly not having the boost and a little bit of a panic from Turtles as they tried to get it away, it's just not going to happen. A lovely little save from both Static and Turtles to get that at least away from the net. Gives them some time to recoup and stuff as Gala passes this to T-Park. T-Park can't get a touch and now has to flick it away. Heavenly gets a touch out. Turtles with a lovely save, getting there just in time for his team. And is looking for a pass out, kind of fakes out all the players on the field as he slow plays it unexpectedly. Here comes Turtle with the back off to let Heavenly get it. He's on low boost, he's trying. He's got 100 now. Turtles is going to clear it to the wall, looking for one more touch, gets it. Here comes Gala, pop up, not the touch he would want either. There's a lot of missed touches here, but is it going to work out in Protogen Rebellion's favor as Heavenly goes for the ceiling play, gets it over Daki. T-Park coming up, looking for the 50 on Turtles, but Turtles is not biting at all. He's going to get it now as he gets it cleared. Gala really wanted that goal, but couldn't find the time. Turtles was just too fancy with the timing of his play.
I mean, Heavenly is going to get a save high towards the side. T-Park is going to try to play it back to Gala. Gala's going to get a touch to corner. And Turtles is going to keep it bottled up in the corner until he has the chance to control it and potentially clear it out. But Gala with a great dunk. And I'm seeing a bit of low boost situation for Protogen Rebellion on their defensive half. They're going to need to try to hold strong. What a save there! That's an insane save from the Protogen Rebellion roster. But the onslaught continues. And that's going to be an open net opportunity, but they miss! Oh no, Daki, that's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate for OwOptic. They're going to want that one back. But we see Heavenly clearing it down the field. Daki is going to be in position for the save, though. Is going to play to corner. Daki gets control. Heavenly with the dunk, though. Great dunk by Heavenly. Static going to pinch it towards the OwOptic gaming half. 30 seconds left. There's no one having a clear advantage in this game so far.
Here it goes. Oh!
I mean, what a great shot by Turtles. What are you seeing, Cookie?
I watched that play as soon as Turtles went up, got that 50 out to Heavenly. I was expecting him to missile to the back of the net. I already know OwOptic is upset. Oh man, the crossbar pings would have been absolutely crushing for the mental on OwOptic. Both of those goals and that shot from earlier should have gone in. It just, the timing, the panic, they wanted to close it out. They need to at least win the game, but they're not gonna do it. It's just not enough time, and never mind. Here comes the caster curse to call me out. Daki gets a nice little shot off the top corner.
I mean, Daki misses the open net earlier, but what perfect placement on that shot. I mean, corner the net down. You can't place it any better than that. And Protogen Rebellion it's good that they're able to force the overtime, but they wanted to close that one out. But Daki's just going to make that impossible. Static getting a favorable 50 on kickoff, but Turtles unable to have the boost to follow that up. T-Park is going to chip that middle. No one home for the pass, though, as we see a little bit of a double commit. Turtles going for the squishy save. I'm not sure if that was the move on that one. And that's going to allow for great pressure for OwOptic. They're unable to put it in the net, though. They have so much pressure. They're just struggling to strike that home once they get that pressure. And this is still going to be a great shot. And puts that home. Oh my gosh, what a...
You already know OwOptic is mad. They're like hornets in a nest that have been woken up by some human messing with their nest. They just can't find a way to get it into that net. This is only game 3 and they're struggling. They're just not having the game. Their shot accuracy is just not there. They went for a play. It didn't go right. Daki went up to try to keep it at least in, and it just gets put away, and they can't do anything to get it to that net. It's unfortunate. A great comeback from both Static Turtles and Heavenly for being there, obviously getting the MVP for this match. I don't know what to say. That's an insane, unfortunate set of circumstances for OwOptic Gaming.
That's just so unfortunate for them. You couldn't have said it better. But I mean, hats off to Protogen Rebellion. They had a little bit of a rough first game against OwOptic in this series, but since then, they have looked confident. They have looked like they feel like they should win this series, and that's exactly what you want to see out of them. We've seen some great defense from Protogen Rebellion combined with some unfortunate plays for OwOptic, and I mean, that's just the combination they need to be able to put this game away. And I mean, we saw some great plays from OwOptic, that slot from Daki, but I mean, OwOptic, they just need it's very simple for them. They just need to finish these plays where they're getting a ton of pressure on the offensive side if they want to put away this series. And I mean, are they going to be able to do it to force a Game 5? There's nothing we can do other than wait and see as we head into this Game 5.
I think indeed Protogen Rebellion has a chance to take this away. T-Park getting a 50 out there, wanting to make this play, gets a bump on Turtles, but Static just in the nick of time, getting there to keep it out, realizing that that bump had happened from T-Park and was able to get there and help out Turtles, preventing that one from going in. T-Park not getting the touch that they wanted. Daki looking for the 50, a double 50 on Static, and he still wins that. It's back into their half. Protogen Rebellion looking to do something. A nice 50 from Turtles. Static wanting this, has 100 boost, can do what he needs to, but leaves it for Heavenly. As he goes for the play, gets beat by Gala. Now Turtles, with full control, gets a 50 out to the mid. Static going for the shot. T-Park not ready. I don't know. I think it was just a combination of his boost and just being in an awkward position. I don't think he thought that Static was gonna shoot that in the place that it was.
And from his perspective, it might have looked like Gala was going to get a 50 on that, but Gala just finds himself a little bit behind the ball and was maybe trying to rotate to the backside there, but kind of a little bit confusing for T-Park, and those are comms that they are going to want to clean up as this series progresses. Game 4, Gala trying to play it forward, is going to get dunked though, T-Park with the follow-up. Daki is going to creep forward, hoping for a 50 opportunity, not going to get it though, and Heavenly with a great save on the back post rotation. Static is going to want to control this. Turtles spawns near side, a bit of an unfortunate spawn for Protogen Rebellion. Static going for the redirect, unable to get it. Heavenly going to try to play this middle, is going to get the pass middle. Turtles trying to finish off the shot, unable to get the 50, good enough to keep it in. Heavenly with the shot. What a shot by Heavenly, showing exactly why he is such a sought-after champ 1 in this league.
I will continue to make my point clear. You cannot let these low ranks have freedom with the ball. You have to make sure that you challenge on their plays. You can't just let them go for something and expect them not to get it. They get so many unexpected plays as Gala gets that nice slot. It's unfortunate, but that there's the one goal to get back into this game. Back to what it was before I release it to you, Fire. It's just the same. You cannot let those low ranks have fun with that ball. As much as you want to let them get to the ball and assume that they're not going to do anything with it, if they get that unexpected touch and you're not ready, it's going to go in your net.
I mean, it's not like you're playing with silvers and bronzes here, guys. These guys, even our lower ranked players, are still diamond to champ level. They are very respectable players. As we see Heavenly take control of the ball, gets a 50 with Daki. Static going to try to play it middle. Static does play it middle. No one home though. That's going to be a big clear, which is just going to end up in the back of the net. Great play from T-Park there, and that might have been a pinch from those two, from Gala and T-Park. I mean, as you said, power of friendship puts that one in the back of the net.
Oh, yeah, indeed. As we get into it, 3 minutes on the clock, we have now a tied game in Game 4. This is looking like to be a heater, just like the Purrsion 1 match. It was an insane comeback for them. But back to the match at hand is T-Park trying to get this out. Gala passes it out to mid. Daki was nowhere ready for that play. A pinch from Static, but was it the right play? Turtles gets a demo. Static up for the 50, gets the 50 perfectly, goes for a second one, but decides to leave it. No boost in the tank. Daki has to get it clear. A nice 50 from Heavenly to keep it out of the net. T-Park pass, or Daki passing it to T-Park. T-Park wasn't ready. Gala off the corner. Ready for it as it goes out to the mid. Daki with the clear. Gala can't get the touch. Turtles is going to let Daki have fun with it as he's going to take control now. He's going to pass it over. Heavenly with the touch. Turtle's going to clear it out, but gets 50'd by Gala. Now Static with control of the ball. Gets a flick over one. Gets demoed in response. They did not like that flick, and now it's up high. Static with a lovely save. Defense from both teams and offense from both teams are starting to lock in a lot. And now we have here two players on the defensive side struggling. Here comes a bump from T-Park or Daki. I can't remember.
I mean, Static making so many great saves on that back line right there.
That's dirty.
But that is just a disgusting play in a good way to find that bump and to completely take Static off the field there. That's just dirty play, and I mean, sometimes that's exactly what you need to put the ball in the back of the net. As we see Gala try to take control, it's going to go for the reset, unable to keep very good control. Gets the dunk, though. A bit of panic from Heavenly. Static is going to have the perfect follow-up, but that is going to give an opportunity for Daki to put that one home. Just a little bit of panic from Heavenly there, and T-Park just plays that off of the back wall. Static unable to get the clear to corner, and that's just going to leave an easy shot for Daki. Now OwOptic up by 2, less than a minute 30 left.
They're definitely letting it get to them. They want to close this out as fast as they can. I don't see it happening unless they can lock back in. They have a minute. Anything is possible. Heavenly goes up for the shot, gets it onto the backboard. No one there for Protogen Rebellion. Now OwOptic getting a pass. Static's going to take that away. Turtle goes for the shot. It is wide off the back wall. Gala is ready. Heavenly gets a touch. Goes for the shot. No one there for OwOptic Gaming. And it goes in. Static with the cleanup. Gala with the misread on the touch. He thought that was going in already, so he just let it go.
I mean, if you are going to let that go towards the net, you got to be able to get that follow-up touch off a backboard, and Gala just not ready for it, it seems, and that's going to allow Protogen Rebellion to close it down to 1 goal, and this game is far from over. It's going to go into corner. Heavenly's going to play it off a sidewall, bounces middle. Static trying to clear it, unable to get the clear. Turtle's going to play it high. Heavenly with the follow-up. Heavenly just going to play that back to ceiling, and that's going to give OwOptic a shot on net. Maybe not the play that Heavenly was looking for, to just bounce it off of ceiling there, and Gala is just waiting there for the mistouch, which is going to be a perfect placement from Gala to put OwOptic back up by 2 once again.
I think the sacrifice from OwOptic Gaming there actually really helped them get that goal. It stopped the momentum that Static had to get back to the net. I think that was a fantastic play. I couldn't see who got demoed specifically because I was so focused on the main part of the play, but you gotta look at the back parts sometimes. That's the reason why a lot of these goals go in, is either a nasty, dirty bump play, or it's like a really sacrificed demo. They're trying to get a demo, get demoed instead, but take all the momentum away. And now T-Park looking to take it down. There's 10 seconds left. No hope for Protogen Rebellion, but they are still putting up the fight. They're not giving this up. They're not just gonna let OwOptic build that steam and take it away. This Protogen Rebellion looks for one more. It's passed out to the mid. 50 off of T-Park. Turtles not able to get there in time. We're going to go to game 5, I believe.
Yes, it is yet another game 5, our second game 5 in the second game of the week. And you love to see it. These games so close, so just neck and neck the entire time. And I mean, this can go either way, and you love to see it. because like Protogen Rebellion putting up a good fight, but it looks like they are falling victim to these same strats that we saw teams use against Dignipaws last season, where they are getting bumped on their backline. They're just getting OwOptic just getting such good disruptions on those defensive rotations that Protogen Rebellion has done so well on so far in this series. And I think that's the key for OwOptic. They're going to need to get those great pinch play, by the way, that just rang out on the replay, but they're going to be looking for those big counters and those bump plays to be able to try to secure this series. And if you're Protogen Rebellion, you're going to want to try to keep that offensive pressure, because they kind of struggled to do it a little bit in that game, more relying on counterattacks of their own. And I just want to see a bit more pressure from Protogen Rebellion if they want to take this series.
I think, in my opinion, a lot of it seems to be stemming from the low boost in terms of what Protogen Rebellion is getting as we get into our final game here, Champions Field. Beautiful field, by the way. It just seems the boost is just not there for Protogen when they want to, and OwOptic is seeing that, and it's just going for whatever they can and however they can, finding these plays, able to capitalize on the fact that the boost is low on that team. And it's just unfortunate for them that they can't get that play back the way they want to. Now, Heavenly, with full boost, knocks it high off the ceiling. Static is going to keep that away from the net. Maybe probably a good choice. Turtle wants it. Daki, a little confused, a little awkward, allowing Heavenly to take advantage of that. Tries to get a second touch. He's going to back pass it out to Turtles, who goes for the shot. It's a little way wide. He's not going to get the way he wanted. But it's just all right. T-Park. Ooh, Static, a lovely play. Almost had me thinking they were the same players making a passing play, but got lucky on that one. A nice little read. Good save from Static. T-Park can't get the touch as Daki puts it off the corner looking for a mid-pass. Does so, tries to get a shot. Gala's there, but no boost. A lovely save from Static. That is 3 saves in the same game we have had from Static himself to keep this from going to a non-tied game. They're keeping it in.
I mean, Static, we all know he is a defensive stalwart, regardless of what team he is on. His defensive rotations are on lock. And I mean, OwOptic, if they want to score on this team, they need to get those bumps on that back line, because Protogen Rebellion is showing that if you allow them to stay comfortable in their rotations, it doesn't matter how dangerous a pressure you have, they are going to keep the ball out of the net. But we see Protogen going for a clear there. They might get caught out, but Heavenly with the save. Just because Heavenly is the lower ranked player on this team does not mean that he cannot make big plays. And once again, we see Heavenly making a big play on that defensive side of the ball. Heavenly, unable to get control. T-Park is going to get a 50 middle. Daki and Gala kind of confused on who's going to go there, as we see Gala play it off a side while Daki is going to try to get a double, unable to get the angle on it, as we see a pinch get back on the OwOptic side of the field. OwOptic trying to clear it out. Static is going to get a 50 in the midfield. Gala is going to get the favorable end of that as they work that ball down back to the Protogen Rebellion half. A little bit of an awkward play by T-Park. Gala trying to pass it over to T-Park.
Oh.
Gala going for the shot, unable to get it though. No. And Daki going for the 50. They need to put this one home, but they are unable to. Static up for the 50, but T-Park is going to slot it past him. And I mean, Protogen Rebellion just a bit low on boost on that defensive half of the field. And that, they finally got strangled out of that defensive, and they were unable to get that last save. Great play by OwOptic.
Oh yeah, Protogen Rebellion definitely had so many cards in play. I think that last play could have been saved by Static. He committed but then hesitated on the play. Now T-Park goes for the bump, can't get it, gets a 50. Static is going to clear this away. And like I was saying, it's just the defense is being tested from Protogen Rebellion. They're keeping this at a low-scoring game for them. At least they just need to get their offense in the right area. They had so many opportunities, but OwOptic is doing so much better in terms of keeping this to where it should be. And now Daki off the wall, hoping that his team is there, gets 50'd. Static going for the shot, gets it over T-Park. It's off the back wall. He wants a touch, not going to get exactly the touch he wants. Here comes Turtle, trying to 50 out Daki, but it's not going to work. A pinch out to the midfield. Daki's ready, but not the boost that he wanted. He's there. He knows he wants it. A pinch out. Here comes Turtles trying to fake it out. Was it a good choice? Don't know as Turtle gets bumped into that. Now it's back into their corner. They're getting bumped left and right. A lovely save again from Protogen Rebellion. Heavenly able to keep that out of the net. Heavenly going for one more pinch. Gala just not able to do it. The defense from Protogen Rebellion is just on lock right now. And as I say that, here comes Gala to prove me wrong again. I hate this.
I mean, the caster curse has been real throughout this series, and just maybe a bit of a boost over ball situation coming out from that Protogen Rebellion roster. A bit of a double commit into their own corner, and they're going to need to get a quick goal if they want to stay in this one. T-Park is going to clear it to the Protogen Rebellion side. 1 minute left. Gala trying to take a shot on net. Static is going to be there, though. Turtles a bit late to that one, unable to get the clear, as Daki tries to put it on net with the 50, unable to get the shot on target, though. T-Park going for a double, maybe opting for the bump, unable to get it, though. And Protogen Rebellion, once again, low on boost. They're not going to be able to hold pressure if they remain that low on boost. And their 50s are ringing out in the midfield. Heavenly is going to try to turn on this, unable to get the turn in. Static is going to 50 it towards sidewall. Heavenly doesn't have the boost to get there, is going to force OwOptic up for that, though. 20 seconds left. Static trying to put it on net, and he puts it home. Protogen Rebellion shows life in Game 5, trying to send this one to overtime.
There's still a chance for Turtles to get a better home. Come on, Protogen Rebellion. You know you want him to have a better spot. You just gotta do it. Put in the effort, and you can take this to victory. Gala with a shot down the net, trying to get it there. Turtles and Heavenly were both on that play. They are now low boost again. Heavenly with 10 seconds on the clock. They're trying anything and everything to get it down the field. Turtles off the back wall looking for Static. Static gets the shot with 1 second left on the clock. This could be an OT. This is one kickoff goal from deciding the match or putting us into an OT.
I mean, we might get another Game 5 overtime, which is what we love to see. The kickoff rings out, and it's down, going into overtime. Protogen Rebellion, OwOptic, taking it to the final moment. Static is going to try to get control on sidewall, is going to get possession in midfield, though, is going for the flick over Gala. Daki clearing it to corner. What a save by Daki. Turtles has possession, gets dunked, though. Heavenly is a bit slow to get up to that, and they get the whiff, the lucky whiff. Heavenly trying to get possession. Static clearing it to corner. Turtles is going to want to keep this close, is going to opt to play it over the defense, which is going to look like to be the better option. Daki trying to clear it out. Static is going to have this on wall. Static trying to play it middle, and we're seeing this go back and forth with one team. It feels like is going to score at any moment.
Oh no! No! It's just not the way they wanted to go. Taki gets a nice read off the wall. Heavenly just 2 front posts for that play. Static wasn't there to cover it either. They put up probably one of the best fights we have seen from Protogen Rebellion. I don't think Turtles deserves to be out on that hill, in my opinion. He showed that he can pull his weight. He showed that he can actually do the things that he needs to do. It's just OwOptic Gaming was able to clutch up at that last. Daki able to find that one moment to just allow them to get at least anything. Puts it on net, and Heavenly unable to get there in time for Protogen Rebellion.
I mean, what a series that was. Just back and forth and back and forth. And I mean, OwOptic, just a strong team. And to see Protogen Rebellion maybe on the leaderboard listed as one of the weaker teams, but they showed they can hang with any team in the league. And what a good performance from Protogen Rebellion. They showed they can hang with anybody, but this one just barely ends up not going their way. But they have nothing to be ashamed of. That's just a great performance from OwOptic. Great performance from Protogen. And I mean, what a series.
Indeed, with it. I couldn't have asked for a better first casting match back. probably one of the best ones that I've ever had so far. It's insane to me that we just have these both game 5s turn into probably one of the most unexpected ones that we've ever seen, even though the teams that we want to win don't win, or the teams that, you know, we didn't expect to win come out on top, able to lock into where they should be. And it's insane. I'm proud of all these teams. I really am. They're doing great this week. They're putting on a show. I think we're finally seeing what I had said before. It's just the first half of the month. Once you get that first month done and you get everything ready to go, that's when you'll start to see these teams lock in, start to play well. You see a lot more game 5s. You won't see 3-0 sweeps and stuff. So I can't wait. Now, we're going to go to a quick break to get to our final match of the day before we go on to our Sunday matches tomorrow. We are going to see Dignipaws in a production, by the way, versus Team BDS, Big Dragon Squad. They're going to be playing together. We'll see you guys there. Thanks for joining us for this match. Have a good rest of your break.
Yes.
It's Dignipaws versus
Oh,
Black Bunny,
wait.
not BDS.
That's what I said.
You've played me?
Don't you wanna feel good, good, good? Sometimes I wish that we could go back before you got hurt, hurt, hurt. When before I was
Oh, I'm muted.
now I'm free.
Who likes
NA
NA production?
production.
Who likes NA production? Hey, Cookie, Fire. Haven't we been spoiled this week? We've had NA production and we've had 2 Game 5s so far. So it's been great.
I mean, you can't ask for anything better than a game 5. And I mean, especially when it goes into overtime like that Protogen Rebellion and a OwOptic matchup just did. I mean, you can't get anything better. And I mean, are we about to go 3 for 3 on game 5s? That would be quite a way to start off week 5 in this league.
Meow 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 meow.
Okay, I just had to mute Cookie, and that's it. But it's fine. But yeah, no, we've had some really great games. Hopefully we'll see another Game 5 going on. But we got a really nice matchup coming up to end the day. It's going to be Dignipaws and Black Bunny Gaming. I know that Cookie said BDS earlier, but no, not going to be BDS. They play tomorrow. We will have BBG instead. And it's going to be a really nice game. Dignipaws coming in with a new roster, playing against Black Bunny Gaming, who still was looking at the time for their replacement for Sam. They have found them, but they will not be playing today, surprisingly. So, what do you guys think about the 2 teams coming up here?
I mean, 2 teams that have undergone some form of roster changes. I mean, we're just going to need to see who naturally gels with each other that little bit better. It could be either team, but I mean, Dignipaws already, I mean, they've undergone the more major roster change, and we'll need to see how badly that affects their rotations and whether or not they're able to overcome that adversity, but I mean, we'll just need to see. It's hard to say.
I, in my opinion, I think regardless of the full, nearly full roster change for Dignipaws, I think they still have it. I really do. I think there's a chance deep down inside that Dignipaws has, played a lot this week. I definitely know that they could do anything if they combine, because the rank difference here is actually pretty okay. It's not probably the best in terms of what you want, but it is probably best you're going to get. And I think if all 3 players can, synergize, get those rotations down, fill their roles properly, I think there is a way and a chance that they can beat out this Black Bunny team.
Yeah, I think that there's a good chance for Dignipaws here. Obviously, a good chance for Black Bunny Gaming as well. We all know how good Hammer can be, and we'll just have to see how their sub does. But let's go ahead and talk about the teams. Let's talk about Dignipaws here, supporting basically a whole new roster. Still going to have Sylvie on the squad, but joining them now will be Yuki and Nova Fox. This is going to be a very interesting team, guys.
I mean, Nova showed up as a substitute a couple times this season, I believe, and has been a very strong sub for whatever team he is on. We're going to be looking to see if he is able to adapt to this new roster that he's going to be playing with a lot more than he's used to in the league. So, I mean, if he's able to adapt, I think they'll be just fine. But I mean, Yuki, we saw what he can do last season. I mean, we already know what Yuki can do. We know what Sylvie can do. They're a scary roster to go against, and we'll need to see if they're able to put it together in their first time playing together.
See, I kind of have a little bit of an indirect bias because I am good friends with Sylvie, and I trust that he could do the things. I've seen how he plays. I played with him a bunch. It basically is one of those things, like I said, they just have to lock in and trust each other on a lot of the plays that they have. I know they're a fairly new roster, but they definitely have ways to go in terms of locking in and stuff like that. Now, Black Bunny Gaming, on the other hand, it's just, you gotta figure out how you can fit those demos in. If you get those demos in, I think they can take down Dignipaws and prevent this rise of this new roster.
Yeah, I think that, you know, Dignipaws is going to have a tough time here with a new roster. They're going to have to figure out exactly where the rotations are. They're going to have to figure out strengths and weaknesses of their new players and how they're all going to form together into one really good team. As Fire said, I think Sylvie and Yuki being on a team together is a very scary combination. Yuki, more of a 1v1 focus on the ground play. Sylvie, more high-flying, trying to get above the team. If they can really utilize both of those aspects and then also integrate Nova into the rotations, I think that it's going to look really good for the squad. But we're going to have to see if they can do that, especially when we talk about the opposing team, which of course is going to be Black Bunny Gaming. As said previously, they were looking for a third. They have found that in, I believe, Kiki. But for this week, they are playing with Ivy instead, as they had already gotten their sub confirmed before they had made that roster switch. So it's going to be Vezix, Hammer, and Ivy. And I'm going to be looking towards Ivy here to see what they can bring to the league.
I mean, let me tell you, Fade, we scrimmed these guys earlier in the week, and this is not a team to scoff at. Despite having a substitute in Ivy, Ivy played really good against us earlier in the week in that scrim, and I don't think they're going to have a single problem going forward in these games. Like, in terms of Ivy being a new player, I think they're going to be able to mesh well with this team, and I think they are a scary team to go up against, considering that. And I mean, we'll just need to see if it works out like that, but I mean, this team is looking truly terrifying with the upgrade from a Champ 3 up to a GC 1 due to that Week 4 decrease in the SSL costs. So, I mean, they're scary, and I wouldn't want to be playing against them right now.
Oh yeah, indeed. I haven't personally seen how Ivy plays, so I'm looking forward to see what they bring to the table for Black Bunny Gaming and if they can fill any of the roles that were lost during that switch. But like I said, I think if we can get that Hammer and Vez combo of the demo plays, we can get Ivy into that. I think you could see a lot of the plays happen where it's in favor of Black Bunny Gaming, but if Dignipaws can somehow, avoid those demos and stuff, they have a chance against Black Bunny Gaming, but so far, it's looking pretty strong for both sides. It's just which one will come out on top.
Yeah, that's fair. I think both these teams are looking pretty strong, and they both have the same record as well. They're both 2-2 on the season. Even with the same game differential and goal differential. So these guys are literally even right now with a 1 game differential and a 0 goal differential, which just means that this match, it's literally just going to be between the two. The top one moves higher in the bracket, the lower one, or the loser, just going to fall a little bit, but obviously not too far. But yeah, it's going to be a really good match. I'm very excited to see what these teams have to offer. And Fire, what were the predictions on this matchup coming up?
Oh, the predictions, if I remember, were a bit split on this one. There was no consensus because we had me choosing Black Bunny you chose Black Bunny in 4. I chose Black Bunny in 3. Daki, being the Dignipaws glazer as we know him to be, chose Dignipaws in 5. Airlax chose Black Bunny in 4, and Cookie is showing up for Dignipaws, choosing Dignipaws in 5. So, I mean, a split desk, split decision, who knows how it's going to turn out.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Split decision. These teams are both exactly tied on every single standing that there is. Every single tiebreaker points to both these teams being tied. We're about to see which one of them can take the higher spot in the leaderboard, guys, as it's time for our final match of the day. It's going to be Dignipaws playing against Black Bunny Gaming to see who moves higher in the leaderboard and who is going to have to play catch up come week 6. And Cookie Cat, I am so excited for this match right now.
Are you, though?
Yeah, I'd say I am.
As we get into our first match, Eclipse is ready to go. I am not. I have not seen anything. I am just... There's been too many good matches today. I don't know what to expect. But Sylvie with the clear out. Here comes Vez with the backboard touch, trying to get it in. It's just wide. It almost went in. It was just a little bit too wide. Hammer's looking to clean it up. Passing out. Yuki and Sylvie both on that play at the same time. Nova still staying back. Sylvie getting a 50, but not in favor. Hammer now has control of the ball. Yuki gets that touch. Vez trying to clean it up and putting it to the wall. Nova getting a back touch over to Sylvie. Sylvie's getting in there in time, going for a second touch. Galax trying to get there. Hammer getting that 50 out. Gets one more, but it's wrong way 50. Galaxy is able to get there in time. I'm realizing the name choices here, as I'm always reading the screen names, as Yuki gets a pass out, Hammer gets it to the wall. Looking for a touch, but mistouches it. Now pass over to Vez to clean it up. Nova wanting that play. Ivy can't get the touch on the ball that they want, and a fake out from Vez. Vez is going to miss that touch. Yuki getting a 50. Sylvie now on the back wall, getting one touch, looking for two. Can't, misflipped away. Now Ivy mistouching as well. Here comes Yuki with the dribble down the field. Sylvie looking for the bump. Doesn't need to get it. Hammer is there in the back line. And now it's a pinch off the wall. Sylvie's going to make sure that stays awkward as he gets it to the back wall up high and away. And it's so far, after the 2 minutes of the game that has passed, we're seeing a lot of defense and a lot of offense, but none of them are capitalizing on the mistakes yet.
Not just yet. Hammer going to take this off the corner. Going to look for an opportunity here. But Yuki going to be up early for this touch. Now Vezix getting it over to the defense. No touch from our third. Hammer takes the shot. And it's going to be off to the side. Yuki puts it to the corner. Now Vezix trying to beat Nova here. Nova gets it to the side, and a miss coming out from Black Bunny Gaming allows for Dignipaws to push forward. Hammer going to get that cut off quickly. Vezix for the shot. It's going to be wide. And once again, Black Bunny not able to put that straight on net. Now Yuki looking for the shot. Hammer will be back to defend. And a demo rings out in the back from Ivy. We're going to have to see if Black Bunny can push forward, seeing that the rotation might have to reset from Dignipaws. Now Vezix getting past one. Nova going to have to put this one over to the side. And Sylvie is going to be on the ball, but it's just going to be taken away by Hammer. Vezix looks for the shot, and Yuki able to put that away. Once again, another minute down in this game, and we still remain tied 0-0.
Oh, yeah, indeed. I am seeing a lot of, better plays from our star player here, Sylvie, as we're seeing him play a little bit better than he has been in the last few. He's doing better in terms of, actually making these power plays, but Black Bunny Gaming is just a force to reckon with here. Vez almost ready, but backflipped. Ivy with a great pass. Sylvie looking for a flick over. Demos Vezix in return. Now Yuki with the backboard touch. Ivy and Vez on that play. Nova was looking for it, but Hammer realizes the danger. Is able to get there. Gets it over Sylvie. Yuki now off the wall. Vez going to hit this back to the wall. Now out to the mid. Ivy leaves this for Hammer. A shot on net. Nova gets the save. Sylvie was looking a little awkward, so it's probably one of the best plays you could think of in the moment. And now out to the mid. Ivy gets a demo on Yuki to prevent any further plays. And now it's to the mid. Bouncing out off the corner. Sylvie's looking for the shot. He is going to get it. A beautiful play by Nova to get that to the corner. Just a bunch of misreads. Vez unable to get it. Ivy wasn't ready. It's awkward on that Black Bunny defense.
And you had to expect the shot to go in at some point for either one of these teams. And Sylvie just in the perfect position off of that bounce to be able to put that away for Dignipaws. And with it being such a low-scoring game, that might be the only one that they need. However, if we know a team that can come back, it's going to be Black Bunny Gaming. It's Hammer. Gets an excellent 50 on Sylvie. No boost in the tank. and they're going to be able to put this one back. Tied game with 42 seconds left.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Hammer is just staring Sylvie straight at the face, not making an early shot and deciding to just say, hey, you need to go to the gym, man. I can muzzle this through your net. Just puts it through. Sylvie unable to do anything as he gets shoved to the back of his net. Sylvie really wants that in, but that crossbar post combo. I mean, I'm telling you, they're the best SSL in this game. I don't think there could ever be a better SSL than those two. If they want it to go in, they'll let it go in. Yuki looking for a setup pass. Sylvie wants to redeem himself, but can't get the power as Hammer clears it away. Nova getting beat by Hammer. Hammer wants that demo.
Oh, no.
Doesn't get it. Vez with the shot. A misplay from Yuki in the back line as Hammer wanted to go for the demo. And it's just not the way that they wanted it to be.
And that's just unfortunate for Dignipaws, just a little bit out of position there. And Black Money Gaming, with 13 seconds left, takes the advantage. We're going to have to see if Dignipaws can get a late game comeback as a shot goes in. Yuki, what an excellent touch to tie up the game.
What a read. What a pass. It's just, they don't stop fighting. This is what I mean when I say we want games like this. If you give up in the last 10, 20 seconds of your game and you're only down by 2, there's still a chance. You just have to fight hard enough for it and you'll find that it will come into fruition. It's a little bit hard, but it is so much fun when you get it. You get so hyped. Now you have energy. I'm expecting Dignipaws to run away with this at this point. We might go to OT. OT as it gets bounced down. Vezix hits it off the back wall, and here we go. OT 2-2 game 1.
Now Sylvie trying to take that touch there. Ivy's going to have a pass. Nova in the corner. Yuki's going to be in an awkward spot. Vezix trying to get the bump in the air, not able to do so. And Hammer going to keep this in. The Dignipaws attacking third. As Ivy tries to get a touch over, Yuki will have the beat. Hammer has an open net and no one in the back. And Hammer's going to get that any time that you give him the space. And it looks like Black Bunny Gaming going to be taking game number 1 here.
Just unfortunate for Dignipaws here. It's definitely a heartbreaker. You see that one of the best players on the field, you know, they're on that wall. You're ready for it. You're seeing it. But then you look at your boost meter and you go, oh, I only have 12 boost. And unfortunately for Nova Fox, it just wasn't the play that they could get to. There's not much you can do when you have low boost. I looked at the boost in the replay. Both Sylvie and Nova Fox were the low boost on that one, and Hammer just absolutely took advantage of it with that pre-flip over to the ball to get it up and high for the air dribble to go in. And they played well. They played fantastic. A lot better than we have seen in the past few. We're hoping that they can come back. They can keep that energy that they had. And it's just this play right here. This is what I was talking about. You look at the low boost. There's nothing Nova can do. Sylvie's not even back yet. And Hammer, absolutely beautiful air dribble to the back of the net.
Yeah, I gotta agree there. And honestly, like, my goodness, it really was the Hammer show there, just showcasing how good he is on the ball and off the ball the entire time. I did want to show off this goal real quick here from Yuki, because that deserves some credit as well. That was an excellent shot to tie everything up. But unfortunately, they just couldn't take it in OT. And as I said, Hammer was kind of just showcasing his skills that game. That's what he likes to do. He's always on that front line. We're going to have to see how Dignipaws can adapt for game 2, maybe try to tie this series up.
Indeed, as we see Hammer not even wasting time off the kickoff goal. A beautiful own pass to the backboard, getting that nice little slot. Top right Tommy. He'll be calling him later, thanking him for that goal. Absolutely wonderful. And on the second kickoff, Sylvie gets the play. Here comes Nova Fox powering up to the backboard. Here comes Yuki going for the shot. A lovely save by Ivy to keep it out. Just keeping that play in, fantastic fashion. Vezix trying to get the 50 to help Hammer out, knowing that he couldn't get that to the back wall. As it gets 50 out, Hammer now in control, just going to bang it. Nova able to get up there in time. Sylvie's not able to get a touch, but it gets 50 out to the corner. Over to Sylvie. He has control. He gets bumped away by Ivy. And now Nova, a little fake, manages to get the backflip flip cancel to keep it from, getting any pressure from Vezix. It was a lovely play. It was very nice. But they were able to stay in with that play, so we cooked on.
And now just
Oh!
Vezix. Oh my. I don't even get time to talk here. Vezix just puts one right into the back of the net. I think Yuki was expecting Nova to get the touch there. And not able to do so. Vezix gets a nice shot on net. Black Bunny Gaming up by 2. A minute just about in to this game number 2. And Dignipaws starting to show some cracks here. We're going to have to see what they can do to bring this game back even, if they can do that. Now Nova going to be past Vezix here. Pass out to Yuki. Just takes a long touch. A bit heavy from them, going straight over to Hammer. And Hammer able to clear that all the way to the other side of the field. And that's just something that Black Bunny and Hammer in particular has always been super good at. It's just getting those long clears out of their side just to make sure that their team can rotate back and get all the boosts that they need and reset their rotations. However, Sylvie trying to do what they do best and tries to put that on net.
There it is.
Nova Fox will be there after the offensive onslaught from Dignipaws and will get their first goal.
A lovely 3-team play. Absolutely putting so much offensive pressure on that exact play. They just wanted it to go in. They really needed it. It keeps them into this game where they have a chance. Vezix unable to recover in time. Sylvie wanting that second goal is going to march it down the field, looking for a flip reset, but not going to opt for it. Can't get to the ball in the way that he wants to. Gets a demo on Hammer. Probably a really good play as it's off the back wall. No one's there for Dignipaws, ready to go as Ivy gets a clear. And now Yuki with the back down to the field. Hammer's up, looking to pass this to the corner. Does so. Yuki's ready, but anyone from Dignipaws is not ready to go as Hammer got that demo on Sylvie. And now Sylvie in control. It's a nice little flick. High has no boost in the tank to do anything with. Is going to do everything he can to make it look scary. Not back off. Leave Nova Fox to get this shot. It's off the back wall. Tries the waterfall. Ivy is there. And now Sylvie getting a pinch off. Yuki passing this out. Unfortunate for Sylvie. He can't get that touch. And now with Hammer and Vezix in control, they both double commit on that. Hammer was looking for an extra touch, but just not able to. And now here we go. Off the back wall. And they almost had it. They just need to put more offensive pressure on that.
Keep trying. They're only 1 goal down. They could definitely find something here with 2 minutes, 2 seconds on the clock. Yuki going to try and put this off the back wall once again. Ivy doesn't get a touch. Sylvie might have a chance, but Vezix is there to stop them. But no one near the back of the net now. Sylvie looking for the path down. It's going to go to Nova, who gets stopped by Ivy. Another shot from Yuki. Not going to be able to get a touch on the ball. And Hammer able to move this one out. Looking for opportunity. Vezix looks for the shot. Stopped by Sylvie this time. And we're just seeing a lot of wall-to-wall action here. The ball just keeps getting cleared right in front of both teams' nets. And now Yuki almost finding an opportunity. Demoed by Vezix, though. As we know he does in his games, when you let Vezix get demos on your team, they usually end up losing. You have to really stop Vezix in that midfield from getting these demos on you on the back line as well. You really just got to shut him down, and then the rest of the team kind of falls with that. But looks like this time Black Bunny is just looking like a much cleaner overall game than they have the past couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, indeed. I'm noticing a lot of the demo plays that, Black Bunny Gaming are trying to pull out here, and it's kind of the case of a 50 there. It's literally as I was about to lead up to why I think it's a bad idea. Demos are good in their own stand form, but they can eventually long term over. If you don't get a goal off of those demos, it can make your team struggle with the rotations because you guys are trying to lock in. You guys are trying to rotate back into where you guys were. Here we are again. Caster's Curse back on me. Galaxy Ivy is going to get a lovely goal.
And Sylvie, I think, just couldn't reach that ball in time. Very nice shot from Ivy there to get their goal for Black Bunny to take the lead once again. And now Dignipaws looking at a tough situation. 35 seconds to come back, and they need this game, or else they're going to be facing match point pretty early against Black Bunny Gaming. And usually when they go up 2-0, they don't usually lose their matches. So that would definitely be a tough one for Dignipaws to deal with. Now a shot going to be crossbar down. That ping will be ringing out in a couple of weeks here for these teams whenever something like that happens. And unfortunately, no shot to be had. But now Sylvie is going to get a shot on. 5 seconds left, and Dignipaws ties it up.
I honestly think that, you know, Taka has some competition here. Even though Dignipaws isn't winning these overtimes as much, they're definitely fighting all the way to the end and getting these ties to like near 0-second goals. And they're putting these OTs in the point where now Black Bunny has to fight through those OTs as we get into it. It's just, this is the second OT we've had in this series, and Dignipaws is showing that if they really want to, they can have it. They just have to fight harder.
Now pinch attempt from Sylvie and Yuki, not going to go the way of their team for this one. However, Yuki has it up to the front. No one there on Dignipaws to be able to move forward and get that goal. Now Sylvie off their own back wall. Vezek's trying to get out bummed from a very awkward position, not able to do so. And this might just go straight in. Sylvie does get credited for this goal, and honestly, just the rotations of Black Bunny Gaming just taking a little bit too long to get back, and Vezek's in the perfect spot to get bumped by Sylvie. And Dignipaws takes game number 2.
I just want to say something. I was watching that play, a lovely little 50 from Sylvie. I think that was in anyways. I think it hit the right part of the corner, which if you hit that right part of the corner, you're almost guaranteed a goal every time. All you have to do is just put pressure and it'll go in. I think the way that Vezek's was looking on that play, it was kind of like detrimental to how it was going to go. I feel like even if he did get a touch on it, it would have been a very, very, like, a close save, rather. But more of in terms of, like, that could have been an own goal because of how close it was and how much backwards momentum there was. But a lovely little read by Sylvie to get there in time, so that actually helped them out a lot to get this win that they need. And as we look through the replays, a lovely little 50 coming out there from Yuki. Absolutely lovely. Crazy. That one shocked me the most.
And I think it's just, I think it was a good play, and Sylvie really showing up in this game in particular, getting a lot of the goals that they needed. And it looks like Vezek's in that replay probably could have got the save, but it would have been a tough one to get either way, especially with Sylvie rushing in, trying for that bump. Just a really good play from Dignipaws, and now that the series is all tied up, we're going to have to see how Black Bunny Gaming adapts to this roster and see who wins this pivotal game number 3. As we get straight into it, the winner of this game going to match point. And that's going to be tough for either of these teams to deal with. Now Hammer, once again, immediately getting the first goal of this game. And, I keep saying it's the Hammer show, but when he does things like this, can you blame me?
I mean, I might, but, at the same time, there's always a saying. I don't know if it's that much been said. You can't really rely on these 2 quick goals. The quicker you score, the more it gives time to let the other team lock in. Yeah, they might have lost or they might have won last match, but you're giving them more energy by thinking. A lovely little dodge by Yuki to get that up. Nova with the shot, but can't get it by. Ivy with a beautiful save at the goal line to keep it from going in. Black Bunny came and just not letting it happen. Vez with a lovely save. Sylvie tried to put that on as best as he could, but he couldn't find the net.
Now Sylvie getting over the entire Black Bunny Gaming squad. No one's back in time, and that was excellent from Sylvie to tie it up.
That's my goal right there.
Yeah, no, I mean, look at that. That's just perfect control from them. No one going to be back in time. Excellent shot. tied up quick, which is what you want to see if you're a Dignipaws fan. You do not want to let Black Bunny Gaming get any sort of lead here, and a chance could have happened off that kickoff as Hammer went for another one. Unfortunately, not able to do it for the squad in black. Now Nova going to get a clear. Yuki able to follow that touch up, and Hammer going to be in a little bit of an awkward position, but just grabbed 100 boost. Will be able to move this one out, but the first touch a little bit too heavy, ends up behind their car, and Vezix will have to come to clean this one up. Now Yuki can't get past Ivy. Ivy has a chance at a double tap, but Nova is going to keep that clear. And now Yuki, what are they going to be able to do? Only gets one touch on the ball, and Hammer will be able to clear this back to midfield. Demo on the play. And Sylvie gonna have to try and move out from a very awkward position and very low momentum for Dignipaws there. Is going to allow Hammer to clear this out once more.
Yeah, I definitely think the play from Yuki and Sylvie there. Sylvie definitely slow played that, asked for the demo to come out. Hammer was just too ready for it. He was just there. He knew what was going to happen. Decided to throw away Yuki to the corner and then decided to 50 right after. What is this, Pogo? Hammer, what are you doing? There's no need for this. It's just, oh my god. He's so mechy. I can't understand. But the fight keeps going on. No goal from it, but lovely little style as we have. Ivy trying to put this off the corner, wanting to get out as best as he can. Now Hammer in control, looking for the flick. Yuki makes him force. Now it's over to the wall. Vez with the touch. Nova backing it up, Terry, as Yuki gets that clear away to the corner, looking for one more touch. Does so. Sylvie's not ready. Nova tried to get the 50 in place of Sylvie, and now Sylvie gets that clear over to Hammer. Hammer with the 50 out. Now it's to the mid. Wants one more shot on net, looking for it. No one there from Black Bunny Gaming to capitalize as Dignipaws has some time to recover. Sylvie looking for the save. It's off again. Vez going for the shot. Pass out to Hammer. And it's off the crossbar. Whether or not it was out is unto say. Sylvie managing to get the accidental touch to put it finalized in before we even had a chance to see if it was out.
Nah, I could tell from that angle that was definitely out, but you have to respect Hammer's shot when he's going to put that on net. And when you have to respect a shot like that, it can put you in an interesting position if they somehow miss. That crossbar hit going straight down, and Sylvie, unfortunately, just at the right momentum and the right spot to hit that into the net. And Dignipaws now down by 1, might be 2 if Hammer's able to put that in. And unfortunately for them, not able to do it, but Hammer is showing up on every offensive push that they have, and if they can't put a stop to it, it looks like Black Bunny will be able to run away with game number 3. Another shot, as I say so. Not really the captain curse, but as I said, Hammer, don't let him shoot on your net.
Yeah, no, not. When I say he's a mechy player, he's a mechy player. He will be there. He's not going to do cool stuff all the time. He's going to go for the shots when he sees it. But I will give it to both of these teams. They're putting up probably one of the best fights we've seen. It's just, it's a lot of back and forth. We're not seeing too many teams take dominance back and forth games. But we're seeing in this one, Black Bunny is trying to make that known that they can win if they really want to. It's just, how can they put this to the game, match point? And now, Hammer looking for another shot. Vez gets the demo. Was it worth it as Sylvie gets the pass onto his own net? And Vez is going to get that off of Hammer with a nice soft touch to the middle.
And Hammer right there getting a good touch, but Sylvie, maybe just a little bit of an early jump and kind of gets the ball on the wrong side of their car, hitting it towards their own net. And with no one in the back line, that's just going to be an easy goal for Hammer and company to take. Vezix will get the credit for that one. Hammer would have definitely put it in either way, so happy to see that another member of the squad was there. An excellent save from Hammer. As I was saying, this guy is everywhere. He's on offense. He's making the great 50s in midfield. And when he's in the back line, he's getting these really crucial saves. And once again, another shot from him going towards the net. Stopped by Yuki this time. But immediately a Vezix demo will come in. And suddenly Dignipaws all the way back on their own third once again. Now a shot, and Yuki is going to get that one in. A little bit of an overcommit from Black Bunny Gaming is going to lead to an extra shot.
Indeed. There, like I said, Dignipaws They have a very good in-game, second half in-game strategy where they seem to be able to put these nets on and catch up a lot quicker than Black Bunny Gaming is able to understand. Here it goes, another shot. Hammer obviously getting that nice easy save. Saw him on the back wall, knew it was going to happen. I just didn't think he would get there in the time that was set up. And now Sylvie looking for a pass over to Nova, goes for the solo play, made back wall play. And now here it goes, Yuki. Unable to get high enough. Nova just launched it too far high. Now with 10 seconds on the clock, it's not looking good for Dignipaws. They are fighting the best they can to get this to a third LT. It's not going to happen. Wonderful fight from both teams. Black Bunny Gaming just had better plays.
Yeah, it really was just Hammer kind of popping off. Of course, the entire team doing their part in getting that win, but I mean, like, every single time you looked at the ball, it was like Hammer getting a shot, Hammer getting a save, Hammer getting a 50. Like, you really have to shut him down. That's going to be your key to victory for Dignipaws here, is making sure that Hammer gets off the ball as much as possible. It just seems like they're giving them a little bit too much space, and that's going to happen when you're a new team with new rotation that you have to work under. They're doing their best, but they're not necessarily anticipating what each other are going to do and what the other team is going to do as well. And that is leading to a lot of confusion on the rotations. And I think if they could cut those out a little bit, they might have a chance here. But Black Bunny Gaming is always going to take advantage when you give it to them. And you can see that clearly in this game number 3.
Yeah, indeed. I'm hoping and I'm excited. I want Dignipaws to win this. I think they have a chance against this Black Bunny Gaming squad. I think they can do it. It's just they need to lock in. They need to get those plays together. And if they can, they have a pretty solid chance. We get into game 4 here. We're close to game 5. If Dignipaws can take it to us, we will have 3 game 5s in one day. And that would be exciting for me alone. That's 2 game 5s that I've casted on my way back. And Nova getting a 50. Ivy's not going to let that go to the half of theirs. Now, Hammer with a shot. Blocked by Yuki. Cleared away. Vezix getting overtopped by the ball. And gets a nice bump from Ivy. Sylvie looking for a play. Fakes it out, but Vez is there to read it away. And Vez wants the fake. It's not going to happen the way he wants it to, but it was a good try. A good bump by Yuki to get that Hammer away from that ball. They're just really attacking. I think they are trying to realize that Hammer is that key player. If they get him off the ball, they might have better chances.
And Nova, I'm going to try and clear this one out. Hammer immediately on his own back wall, going to be able to get this cleared as well. Past Yuki, and Nova going to have to move forward to Sylvie, going back for boost. Now Sylvie not in the best position there, trying to take that towards the middle of the field, and Vezix was there to stop them. Now a bump and demo on Yuki. As I said before, if you allow Vezix to get those demos in, you're really going to start messing up your rotations. You need to start trying to avoid those demos on the back line, or you're not going to be able to make the offensive opportunities that you're going to need. Now Vezix trying to get up for the save, almost an own goal, but it actually just leaves it straight for Hammer. Hammer tries for the shot. It's going to be Yuki, and then Ivy comes in to get the goal. Black Bunny Gaming up by 1.
Unfortunate. Sylvie getting a misread. Probably thought he had the touch on what it was. Wanted to get back as quick as he could. Yuki wasn't even back there as yet. Ivy is able to fill in that gap. So it's very nice to see that they can still do it. A bump comes out, allowing Dignipaws to have a chance. That could have been dangerous for them, but they were able to survive. Sylvie's looking very mechanical on this play, looking to get it to the mid, but can't do so. Hammer's now on the ball. Nova gets bumped by Sylvie, and Sylvie's going to take the ball as a way to say, sorry, I'll fix this mistake. Just give me a second. And now Yuki back passes it over to Sylvie. It is now in place of Nova instead. Hammer completely misses the touches. Ivy gets it down. Gallet, oh, he was just so close. Ivy wasn't ready for the pass. Hammer with a beautiful pass. It's just, like I said, Ivy wasn't ready for it. I don't think he saw it in time.
Now that's going towards the net. Ivy and Vezix both kind of committing on that one. It is going to lead to a Dignipaws goal there. I think Ivy might have panicked a little bit in that situation. It's going to be an easy goal, probably the easiest goal Dignipaws will get to score this series, but are they going to be able to take advantage?
I think they have a solid chance. I will say. They know how to tie these games up in the way that they are. Whether or not they have a good game or not, they know how to get that ball into that net. They know how to do the plays. Ivy's looking to take this down to break me, to make me seem like I'm caster cursing this. But it's not going to happen. You want to know why? Because I think this Dignipaws crew has it. They're locked in right now. They're thinking about it. They're ready to put this to a game 5. And Hammer's looking to get it. Sylvie's not going to let it happen. And now it's a shot over to Hammer, who passes it out to Ivy. A beautiful save by Yuki. And it's just Sylvie's there. Sylvie's locked in this game. I think if he can get it, they can put this to that game 5 that I'm looking for. And now Nova, with the mistouch, Sylvie's able to read that mistouch and save him some time. Yuki clearing it away. Nova needs to lock in those nerves. It seems to be a little bit unsteady there for a second. Sylvie gets a shot to the back wall. And now, Hammer pass to Vez. Vez can't get a touch. Here comes Hammer. Low boost. Decides to turn away. Gives it to Ivy. Yuki with the pressure. Tries to get one more touch. Can't get that either. Sylvie looking to leave it for Nova, who goes up for the shot. Gets a fake off of Ivy. And decides to put it in over top of Hammer.
And that's just great coming out from Nova there. Actually just faking that touch, going a little bit lower than expected. And that's going to be perfect for Dignipaws. We're going to see more plays like that if they want to be able to come back. As we've said before, you cannot rest on these 1-goal games. You know that each of these teams can come back if they want to. Nova faking that ball out, trying to allow Sylvie to get a shot on net. Now Hammer with possession. And what have I said? Don't give Hammer the ball as a shot rings out from their teammate, whoever shot that on net. Excellent pass out. But unfortunately not able to get there. And you could just see Vezix just causing pandemonium in the back line there. Just trying to get any sort of bumps or anything he can to just allow his teammates to come forward. Now, a shot on net, gonna be high. Sylvie is gonna be able to clear this. But now in a tough position, Vezix gets the dunk. Ivy is up for this one. And it's gonna be another goal from Ivy, tying up the game for Black Bunny Gaming.
This one wasn't even. Hammer wasn't even in the play at all on this one. He set it up to get it to that half, and then Ivy and Vez just took over. It's just 50 on that one player, and it's unfortunate. You've gotta relax when you get 50 like that on your own line. It's unfortunate. It is what it is. Brush it off. Move on to the next goal. We'll see how it is. Hammer gets a pop, not the pop he wants. Pass out to the mid. Yuki goes for the shot, blocked away by Vezix. And now, Nova getting challenged. Hammer is going to put this down. Decides to get a flip reset if they can. Doesn't. Gets 50 by Sylvie. Now we have 10 seconds on the board. Counted down to 5 seconds. Nova really wants to put this to game 5.
No.
They go to OT. They're not ready for the play. Nova didn't get the power that they want. And now, with Ivy ready, we can hear them getting there. Passing over to Hammer, not the pinch that they want. They probably were looking for a pinch to put that in. Hammer with the shot. It's not there. Vez way too early. A little bit overcommitted if you do say so. Now they're hugging on the wall. They're looking kind of cute over there. But like, I don't know if it's worth it, is it? Here comes Sylvie with low boost. Tries to 50. Hammer's not going to work. He's going to take that boost and try to recollect himself. He's going to challenge this to prevent Hammer from getting any play, but here comes Ivy. Can't get the shot down. Vez looks for a shot. Yuki going down to try to challenge it. Gets a 50, a demo, double demo, as Yuki decides to turn for this. Gets it out to the mid, wants it. Nova goes for the shot. Hammer's going to clear it away. And now Hammer in control, gets that shot on target. A beautiful save from Sylvie as it goes to the back wall. They're not there. It's just off that post. Like I said, and like I always will. The post and crossbar are the SSLs of this game. They will not let stuff in if they do not want to. They are the trolls.
Now Sylvie trying to get another shot on net. Hammer will have control. Past one. It's just going to be Hammer. And if you give him the ball, you know he's going to score. Hammer gets the final goal. Black Bunny Gaming take it in 4.
It is what it is. You know, sometimes they're not going to get the win that they want. Dignipaws played a lot better than they have in the past few series. I just think they're cursed in a way where they can't win it. They've gotten one OT win. Black Bunny Gaming got the 2 other OT wins. But I will say that, believe it or not, I believe in Dignitas. I think with the roster that they have, next week they'll probably do better. They just need more warm-ups and stuff. It's just not the play that they wanted. But they did get those OTs to where they should have. They're just like, they're doing fantastic. Absolutely enjoyed watching them. Proud of how they played today. Hoping they can come back next week and take it.
And that being said, you also got to remember that Dignitas. See, I'm doing what you do, Cookie. Dignipaws is a new roster right now. They had 2 roster changes this last week. That's going to be really tough to deal with, especially when you're playing against Black Bunny Gaming your first week. So to be already taking a game against them and going multiple games to OT, where that could have went either way, I think that you got to be happy if you're this Dignipaws squad, because the more and more they get to ramp up their games throughout the week, the better they're going to look. And I think that's just the tip of the iceberg of what they can give us. Fire, what do you think about the game that we just saw?
I mean, did you guys see how much pressure Dignipaws had at the end of that game? I was literally sitting there like,
of course I do that.
Dignipaws has to score here. They have to score here. They have to score here, and just barely missing out on it a couple times. So, I mean, they clean up those rotations a little bit more. They're going to put one of those home. But that's not to say Black Bunny did not play really, really well. Black Bunny just hit the shots they needed to when they needed to, and they played well. So hats off to them.
I'm just going to keep saying it. It is, Black Bunny looks really good. They had a couple of rough weeks the last couple of weeks, but today was the Hammer show. Hammer was facilitating for his team. He was putting basically every single shot he had on net. He was getting every single 50 that their teammates needed to be able to put those in. And Vezix and Ivy looked really good as well. Vezix was in the back line, getting a lot more demos than he was getting in previous series. And it looks like they're starting to get back in form. Now, going into next week, they are going to have that new member in Kiki as well. So also going to be a GC1, but is going to be a little bit of a change from Ivy. We're going to have to see how they adapt to that one, especially going forward being on the full squad. I'm very excited to see what they can pull off. But as I keep saying, just stop giving Hammer the ball. Like, it's too much to let him be on the ball. So if you want to take them down, there's your trick of the day. But guys, that is the end of day 1 for week 5. We had some really great games, and I think we're ready to show the leaderboard for this next day. So without further ado, let's see where these teams are at the end of day number 1. And we can see right here, Fox Clan still taking that second place spot, but Purrsion 1 bumping all the way back up to 3rd now going forward. And Black Bunny Gaming going to be in 4th, OwOptic in 5th, LumiMawcity in 6th, Dignipaws in 7th, Dignipaws in 8th. So we get the paw teams all in the same spot once again. Cloud9, BDS, Protogen, and Twisted Tails will round out the bottom 4 for now, but we'll have to see what some of these teams, particularly Cloud9, BDS, and Twisted Tails, have for us tomorrow, as they could move into those top spots as well. But guys, day 1 is over. What do you guys think? Some good matches today.
I mean, 2 Game 5 series. You can't ask for more, and we very nearly had a 3rd Game 5 series. Like, you can't get better than that, Fade. And I mean, if this is any indication of what the rest of league play is going to be like, I am absolutely ecstatic for the rest of this season. So, I mean, I'm hyped. Let's get it going.
As much as I would want 3 Game 5s, I think all the players so far have done really good today. Especially, obviously, I got to be biased. I love my team. They're doing great. They're doing better than I thought. Um, it's a lot of the mental. We're not seeing the mental game affect a lot of these teams so far, and that's why we're seeing so many Game 5s. Usually a lot of the times it's one side will have mental problems and they're not really locked in because they're focused like on why am I doing bad, why am I doing this. But it's today we've seen where these teams are fighting equal powers and they're fighting to the greatest ability that they've been able to show. So we're getting those Game 5s that we love to see. It's just mistakes here and there, and that's it. That's all it was. It was just mistakes that allow you, if you can capitalize it, you can score that goal.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good so far. I think it's going to be a very interesting day tomorrow, and if we keep getting games like this, the rest of the league is going to be very, very interesting. But that is going to be it for us today, guys. Make sure to come in later tonight while we do RFDL After Dark if you want to just hang and chill with the rest of the desk. And we will see you guys here tomorrow for day 2, where we will finish off week 5 and see where the rest of these teams place. So, big shout out before we leave to Cookie Cat for coming in today and doing some casting. Been very happy to have you on, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. And if you want to say anything before we go ahead.
Meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Fades as a mouse. Meow 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 meow.
And with that, we are done. So we will see you guys tonight for RFDL After Dark, and we will see you guys tomorrow for the end of week 5 of League Play. So have a good night, guys. We'll see you then. Okay.